25, Gibson Teldata is a proud partner of the Indiana Pacers. Inside Gamebridge Fieldhouse, this is the Kroger pregame show. It's the Pacers and Milwaukee Bucks tonight, Game 2. Indiana leading 1-0 in the series. Here was Bucks head coach Doc Rivers postgame after Game 1.
I thought our offense was awful. I thought our offense contributed as much to our defense as anything. We just didn't play the way we've played during the stretch offensively. And I thought we had a lot of missed shots, which allowed them to have a lot of breakouts. So we had our mistakes defensively, too. They were shooting 60%. But I thought, as your defense connects to your offense connects to your defense. We're not going to beat them scoring 98 points. We're not going to beat them when we have 15 assists and 10 turnovers. We're just not. So we got to get back to our spacing, trusting, playing downhill, moving the ball. If we do that, we'll go to the line more. We'll make more baskets. We'll be able to set our defense up, and I think we'll be better. We know what to do. I'm not trying to cut you off, but we know what is good offense on our team, and we know what's not, and we didn't do it today. And that's on us. That's on me. That's on everybody.
That's the head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks, Doc Rivers, and we return here from Pacers head coach Rick Carlisle as the Pacers get ready for game number 2. Here from Gamebridge Fieldhouse, this is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Now you can call every shot when it comes to investing because Gamebridge's easy online platform puts you in control of your own financial future. Choose trusted products, invest on your own terms with as little as $1,000, and watch your savings grow over time with reliable returns. You make the choices, you make the calls. So no matter what, you're always in the lead. Get started today at Gamebridge.io. Gamebridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
Discover a career with upward mobility. Lift Academy provides an accelerated path to a rewarding career in commercial aviation. Through the Republic Airways Career Pathway Program, you'll have a defined pathway to Republic Airways. Learn firsthand from experienced instructors. Have state-of-the-art training technology at your fingertips and earn your commercial pilot certificate in as little as 18 months. Visit flywithlift.com today. Lift Academy. Get up here.
It all starts now, day 1 of my dream job. So ready to get to work.
Retiring early was a dream of mine, and now my planning's paid off.
Since she was born, I've dreamt of walking her down the aisle.
Forum Credit Union helps you save, share, and grow for the moments you dream about. Learn about becoming a member and our services at forumcu.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal Opportunity Lender. NMLS number 469848.
Breaking news, and this one is applied.
Game number 2, round 1 of the playoffs. We are closing in on the opening tip between the Pacers and Bucks. I'm Pat Boylan. Pascal Siakam led the Pacers with 25 points in Game 1. He analyzes the opener.
It's playoff basketball. We're excited. Just want to continue, to play the way we've been playing. It was a good first half. I thought that the third quarter was a little shaky, but we got it right back in the fourth, so that was good.
Giannis was really good, but it feels like you guys kept anybody else from hurting you. They scored 98 points today, a really good defensive effort. What was working on that end?
Attention to details, stick to the game plan, and play hard. That's all it takes in the playoffs, for sure.
I remember after Game 1 in Milwaukee last year, you guys lost by 15, and your message was they did what they were supposed to do. They won Game 1. You did what you were supposed to do here today. You guys then took Game 2, and we know how the series went. So how important is Game 2, and what kind of mindset is it going to take to pull it off?
Yeah, we got to take it one game at a time. It's one game at the end of the day. It doesn't matter how we got it. We got it, but we just got to stay focused. There's a lot more work to do.
That's Pascal Siakam. Miles Turner said the crowd was key to how the Pacers were able to start the series.
Momentum, carried, I think, great through Gamebridge today. When you start the game off hitting shots and getting the crowd into the game, works well in your favor. So I think we did a good job of establishing the way we wanted to play early and then, defensively just flying around. I think we just made them be decision makers. At the end of the day, it's not a one-man job guarding Giannis or, some of their better players over there. It's a team effort. I got to give a lot of credit to Pascal Siakam, to carry the offensive load and also the defensive load like that. It's going to be daunting. It's tough going on all series, but we got his back.
Tonight's Miles Turner, Rick Carlisle looks back at the key to success for his offense on Saturday.
The important thing for us is when we attack, trying to find the right shots. We fell into a thing in the second half where we took some shots that were shots, but they weren't the best shots for us. And Milwaukee had a lot to do with it. So as you look at things from game to game, that'll certainly be one of the adjustments that we make. Giannis got to the basket too much. We're trying to build walls. He's still getting there. And he's a great player, and great players cause, collateral problems. And so it's not a surprise, but, we got to look at that. We fouled them a lot. We've got to cut down on fouls. And, we'll see. I mean, the ebbs and flows of a series are so up and down. It's impossible to.
Hey sports fans, thank you for hanging out with us and chatting it up. We're thrilled to bring you the Playoff Pulse. Catch every single NHL and NBA playoff game right here while supporting an incredible cause, SickKids Hospital. Together, we can make a difference with every single view.
Holy Mackinac! Joe Bowen here, the voice of your Toronto Maple Leafs. Every moment you watch on Toronto Sports Insider helps SickKids Hospital. 100% of Leafs playoff stream revenue goes straight to their life-saving care, helping kids in our community and beyond. This is what Playoff Pulse is all about, bringing playoff excitement and making a lasting impact for those who need it most. So let's rally together and show sick kids we're in their corner.
Hey everyone, Easton Cowan here. Let's amplify our impact. Every like, share, and subscribe boost our donations to Sick Kids. Watch the games, get hyped, and spread the word to grow our Playoff Pulse community. Join us now.
Cavaliers, the 1 seed in the East, and they will take on the winner of Pacers and Bucks if they win. They've got a 1-0 lead on Miami, who is the 8th seed. They'll play at 7:30 tomorrow. And then at 9:30, the Rockets are home against the Warriors in the 2-7 matchup where Golden State took the opener. So if you're a Pacers fan, you're watching that Cavaliers-Heat series closely. If Indiana is able to prevail here in their best of 7 with Milwaukee, they would take on the winner of Cleveland and Miami in a potential round number 2. Tonight, game number 2. The Pacers, after winning game number 1 by 19, face off again against the Milwaukee Bucks here from Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That'll wrap up the Kroger pregame show. We'll pause 10 seconds for network station identification. This is the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Driving to his right. Sends it into the lane. Turner right in front with a right-hand slam.
This is Indiana Pacers basketball. Now, here's the voice of the Pacers, Mark Boyle.
Good evening and welcome to a night of playoff basketball with the Indiana Pacers. Tonight, Game 2 in a best-of-7 Eastern Conference quarterfinal series as the Pacers take on the Milwaukee Bucks at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, downtown Indianapolis, Indiana. The Pacers won convincingly in Game 1, 117-98. That was last Saturday afternoon on this floor. The Pacers were dominant. They led by as many as 28 points, and over the 48 minutes of regulation trailed for just 1 minute and 43 seconds. Milwaukee struggled in a variety of areas, perhaps most notably three-point shooting. They were the best three-point shooting team in the entire league during the regular season, but they shot just 24% from outside the arc in Game 1, and that loss was their 7th consecutive road playoff loss dating back to May of 2022. 4 of those 7 losses have come on this floor. The Pacers, on the other hand, including the regular season, have now won 14 of their last 16 home games. During the regular season, these teams played 4 times. Milwaukee was the better team, winning 3 of 4. Pascal Siakam, who hit the Bucks with 25 in Game 1, averaged 24 per against the Bucks during the regular season. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had 36 points and a dozen rebounds in Game 1, averaged 30 points and 12.5 rebounds per game against the Pacers during the regular season. Following this game, Games 3 and 4 would be in Milwaukee on Friday and Sunday nights. Game 5, if need be, would be back on this floor 1 week from tonight. Tonight in downtown Indianapolis, it's the Pacers and the Milwaukee Bucks. Our on-site engineer, Scott Fenstermaker. Our studio producer, Eddie Garrison. With Pat Boylan and Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. Stay with us. We'll get to the lineups when we come back. You're listening to Pacers Playoff Basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
You saw and heard what happened in the Pacers game, but what didn't you see? Everything that happens on the court is influenced by what's going on off it. And only Indy Star Pacers insider Dustin DePirac is going to give you that story.
Only Indy Star has the Pacers covered every day from every angle. It's not just about the X's and O's. I'll get you behind the scenes, whether it's a hidden reason for the Pacers' success or something you might not want to hear about after a loss. If you want to know what's happening with the Pacers, you can only get the full story from Indy Star.
Hi, this is Archie Manning. After years of playing football, I've learned to listen to my body. These days, that includes listening for signs of heart problems like chest discomfort or feeling tired from doing simple activities. The expert team of heart specialists at Ascension St. Vincent has made it the st hospital for cardiac care in Indiana. So when you need care for your heart, contact the winning team at ascension.org/St. Vincent Heart.
Hey Pacers fans, while we cheer on our team tonight, let's take a moment to remember an important cause. The Indiana Pacers proudly support organ donation. Signing up to be an organ donor is an incredible and easy way to make a difference. Organ donation saves lives, and when you say yes, you are creating hope for the more than 1,000 Hoosiers waiting on life-saving organ transplants. Say yes to organ donation next time you visit the BMV or learn more at donatelifeindiana.org. Now back to the action, and go Pacers!
Hey fans, this is Rick Carlisle, head coach of the Indiana Pacers. What meal goes best with Pacers basketball? A Philly cheesesteak sub right off the grill and fresh out of the oven from Penn Station East Coast Subs. All season long, when the Pacers win, bring a friend. Just text BOGO to 727-722 by 10 a.m. the morning after any Pacers win this season to receive a buy one, get one free coupon to use in-store the next day. Visit pacers.com/Penn Station for full details. It's all about good taste.
Welcome back to Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Tonight it's the Pacers and the Milwaukee Bucks. Game 2 in this best-of-7 Eastern Conference quarterfinal series with the Pacers in front. 1 game, none. Indiana will use the same starting 5 that they used in Game 1. Our starting lineups, as always, a presentation of Ascension St. Vincent. Tyrese Halliburton with a double-double, 10 points and 12 assists in Game 1. Goes with Andrew Nembhard in the backcourt. Nembhard scored 17 in that first game. Miles Turner, very solid all-around game in Game 1. 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 blocks is in the middle. Aaron Nesmith and Pascal Siakam, who led the Pacers in scoring both in the regular season and in Game 1 with 25 points, are the other starters. Damian Lillard returns to the Milwaukee lineup tonight. He averaged nearly 25 points per game. He missed the last 14 games of the regular season in Game 1 in this series with a bad right calf, and he'll play with Taurean Prince, Brook Lopez, Kyle Kuzma, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Keep an eye on Kuzma. He's a good player, but in Game 1, 21 minutes, no points, no rebounds, no assists, no steals, and no blocks. Tonight in downtown Indianapolis, Game 2, Eastern Conference quarterfinals, the Pacers and the Milwaukee Bucks. With Pat and Eddie, I'm Mark. Stick around. The ball goes up when we come back. You're listening to Pacers Playoff Basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Hey, Pacer fans, the Pacers are in the playoffs, and Moondrops Distillery is bringing you something big. Liquid Gold Moonshine, bursting with bright citrusy flavor and made with freshly squeezed lemons for that authentic State Fair taste. Now proudly representing an Indiana Pacers label. Pick up your very own Liquid Gold today at Moondrops Distillery in Fortville or at Central Indiana Kroger stores. Can't find it? Go to moondropsdistillery.com. Moondrops Distillery, proud partner of your Indiana Pacers.
If you want a tire shop that doesn't feel like your ordinary tire shop, then you need to meet Tire Man. Bell Tire. Good point, Tire Man. Tire Man works at Bell Tire. He's part tire, part man, all heart. Bell Tire. Right, Tire Man. We repair flats for free at Bell Tire. And as Tire Man just said, we actually care about our customers. We're not your ordinary tire shop because we're changing tires. Bell Tire.
Be part of something bigger with a career at Nucor. When you join our organization, you become part of a team that makes an impact on people's lives, communities, and the environment. Join us to forge deep bonds with teammates, get the freedom to activate your ideas, and gain the stability to build a lifelong career. Learn more at nucor.com/careers. That's nucor.com/careers. Come be a part of something bigger at Nucor. Nucor is an equal opportunity employer.
Better water starts with a free water analysis from C&J Water, the official water treatment partner of the Indiana Pacers and Indiana Fever. From hard water solutions to pure, great-tasting drinking water, C&J Water is committed to helping you enjoy better water in every glass, load of laundry, and shower. Schedule your free water analysis today at cnjwater.com and discover how much better your water can be. C&J Water, local, trusted, and now the choice of the Indiana Pacers and Fever.
That was a fantastic game.
In downtown Indianapolis, the Pacers set to take on the Milwaukee Bucks. Game 2 in this best-of-7 Eastern Conference quarterfinal. Indiana leads 1-0. We welcome those of you who have joined us across Indiana via the Elevance Health Radio Network, our affiliate in Bern, Indiana. WZBD FM 92.7. Our game night special tonight features the Pacers City Edition Afterburner Hooded Full Zip. Regularly $75. It's on sale tonight for just $40. Look for this and all other Pacers merchandise online at PacersTeamStore.com while supplies last. Starting lineups are as we expected. Tyrese Halliburton, Andrew Nembhard, Miles Turner, Pascal Siakam, and Aaron Nesmith. Head-to-head with Damian Lillard, Torian Weller-Prince, Brook Lopez, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Kyle Kuzma. Rick Carlisle is the head coach of the Pacers. His 23rd year as an NBA coach. Glenn Doc Rivers, the head coach of the Bucks, his 26th season as an NBA head coach. The officials tonight: crew chief, 21 years in, Zach Zarba. Sean Wright works. He's in his 19th season. And the third official is Gediminas Petritis. He's in his 9th season. Milwaukee plays in green with white numerals, letters, and trim. The Pacers will join the Bucks in the center jump circle momentarily. They'll play in white tonight with blue, black, and yellow numerals, letters, and trim. Pat Boylan is courtside. With Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. We are on the other side of the floor as Pat sees it. High above, courtside at the world's greatest basketball arena, Gainbridge Fieldhouse, downtown. Indianapolis, Indiana. Game 1 was an easy win for the Pacers, unexpectedly so. Game 2, I think it's safe to say, will be far more challenging. And among the differences tonight, the inclusion of Damian Lillard. What do we expect from him?
Conditioning is the biggest question mark for me. What type of condition is he in after coming off of the blood clot issues that he had there, and what sort of conditioning was he able to ramp up to get to this point to be able to compete on this stage? You know, then I think there's other things to look at as well. Prince, Kuzma, neither one of those guys got into the scoring column. Brook Lopez out on the floor. The Pacers abused him. How long does he stay on the floor? So a lot to see in terms of the chess match here.
Miles Turner is in the center jump circle waiting for Brook Lopez. The Pacers will move the ball right to left. The crew chief is Zach Zarba. He'll put the ball in play momentarily, and Game 2 will be underway. Pacers have been superb on this floor, winners of 14 of their last 16, including Game 1. The Bucks had won their last 4 road games before dropping Game 1 in this series. The opening tip is controlled in backcourt by Milwaukee. They'll move it left to right in the first half, and Kyle Kuzma brings it across the timeline. He's moving to his right, penetrates the arc. He's looking to score early, but he laid it up too hard. Coming down the right side, Halliburton the other way. Aaron Nesmith to the corner. Siakam bounces it to the edge of the arc, gives it back to Halliburton. He drives right down the middle of the lane and kicks it to the far corner. A three rattles around and stays down from Aaron Nesmith.
Nesmith knocked down the corner three ball, but you're right. They drew up that play for Kuzma to try to get something. He just blew the layup.
Nesmith finished the regular season going 10 of 18 from three-point range over the final 5 games, and he hits one here. They got it to Kuzma on this possession, and he missed an uncontested layup. 45 seconds in. Halliburton to Siakam, driving, left hand, spinning, right hand, front of the rim. Jump shot makes it 4-0.
Kuzma blows 2 consecutive layups. Pacers able to respond with 2 consecutive scores.
It's 5-0. The earlier basket was a 3 from Nesmith. Pacers trailed for a grand total of 1:43 seconds in game 1. They lead by 5 early in game 2 as Lopez misses inside. His shot as he was off balance hit the bottom of the rim. Back comes Indiana. Siakam, handoff, right edge of the arc. Halliburton working about 30 feet out. Left-hand bounce, now moves it to the center of the floor. Lopez picks him up. Halliburton will try to take advantage. He blows by Lopez and sends it to the corner. 8-0 Pacers. Turner with a 3, and Milwaukee is reeling early, a minute and a half in.
My goodness, Tyrese Halliburton got Brook Lopez doing the cha-cha slide out there at the top of the key.
Milwaukee has it for the 4th time. They've missed their first 3 shots. Giannis Antetokounmpo sends it in to Lopez. He caught it in front and dunked it with 2 hands.
They finally get a layup to go. They blew 3 consecutive ones.
At the other end, Turner had the ball knocked out of his hands from in front by Lopez, who is tagged with the foul. Miles Turner will go to the line twice. Correction on the foul, it's Kuzma, not Lopez. But the end result is the same in that Turner goes to the line. He had a really solid game 1. He scored 19, he grabbed 5 rebounds, and he blocked 4 shots.
Yeah, he did a nice job there. The early rim runner, and the Bucks don't get matched up. He's able to pin Kuzma inside the charge circle, and great find by Halliburton.
Turner hits the first. Tickets to the Indiana Fever now on sale. Their season starts soon. The Fever start, in fact, May the 17th against Chicago. Additional tickets have just been released. Visit feverbasketball.com to get your seats today. Turner hits 2. He has scored half of Indiana's first 10 points. The Pacers with an early 8-point lead. Lopez with it, shovels it left edge of the arc. Antetokounmpo to the top of the circle. Working against Turner. He'll shoot from there and leave it short. Nesmith hauls in the rebound. Pacers with an early 8-point lead and the ball moving right to left, and now Halliburton lost the handle as he was challenged at the edge of the arc by Prince. It went off of Halliburton and out of bounds. He had 12 assists and 1 turnover in game 1, which means in 5 games against the Bucks, including the regular season, 53 turnovers, 4 assists.
Unheard of.
Unheard of.
Simply.
9:40 to go in the quarter, 10-2. Milwaukee down with the ball. Lillard to Lopez, way out left edge, and a beautiful 3 from the sideline.
Yeah, he's got to be able to do that. That's the one thing to keep him on the floor. As I mentioned, the Pacers doing a great job of keeping him in the action and having an advantage.
He has their 5 points. They trail 10-5. 9:20 left in the quarter. Siakam has it on top. Pitches perimeter right. Nembhard at the edge of the arc. Back to the center of the floor. Siakam drives to the foul line. Shoots from there and scores again.
Well, it only took 2.5 minutes before we saw the first defensive possession of zone here by the Bucks, and the Pacers still get 2.
Pacers have made all 4 of their shots from the floor. They lead 12-5. Prince out of the near corner. He's a good 3-point shooter, and he demonstrates that skill from the near side corner. During the regular season, he hit 44% of his 3-point shots. Indiana in front, 12-8. Halliburton right to left off a Turner screen. Pick and pop. Turner thought about the shot, but found Siakam inside. And as he tried to get to the front of the rim, his shot was blocked by Lopez, but Milwaukee turned it over. A traveling violation as they try to get out on the break.
Oh, that's a great job. Tyrese Halliburton, great anticipation. He just jumps the dribble of Giannis Antetokounmpo. He essentially double dribbles there.
3.5 minutes in, Eddie. Damian Lillard has barely touched the ball. Is that a surprise?
Well, it is a surprise. If you're going to have him out there, you want to see what he has, but maybe trying to work him in slowly.
Nembhard with it on top. He'll look at the rim. He'll let it fly, and he'll fire it off the back of the rim. The first missed shot, but Siakam grabs the offensive rebound near the foul line, and then as he spins and tries to go down the right side, Lopez tripped him.
He's able to come up with that long rebound. Brooke Lopez trying to go for the steal there, commits the foul.
Pacers, who were, to say the least, challenged in the rebounding department all season long, out-rebounded the Bucks by 2 in Game 1 and have a 5-1 advantage early in Game 2. They lead 12-8. Nembhard has the ball, top of the circle. Turner facing the basket against Lopez. He'll fire and score again.
Lopez stuck in the paint. Even though they're in that zone, he still doesn't want to come out, and Turner exposes him.
Turner went 7 of 12 in Game 1. He's 3 of 3 in Game 2. Loose ball in the Milwaukee forecourt. Turner stole it. At the other end, a right-hand slam for Siakam, and Milwaukee needs a timeout. A spectacular start. 4 minutes gone. First quarter. Pacers in front, 16-8. You're listening to Pacers playoff basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Pacers Nation, game time is Zyber time. Introducing Zyber with X, a nationwide internet service provider born right here in Indy. Zyber is fast. We offer fiber or fixed wireless or both. As the official internet provider of the Pacers, Zyber delivers championship speeds with style, making your internet seamless and worry-free with speeds up to 10 gigabits per second. Zyber is your surprisingly likable internet service, Indy. Follow our pace at Zyber.com. That's Zyber.com.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
what's it like to have a yard?
Can lead to an even bigger question like,
am I ready to buy a home?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you, prepared to talk about everything you need to know when applying for a mortgage, so you can try to turn those backyard dreams into reality. Paul?
Yes?
Question. Are you a hammock person?
You know, I think I might be.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. NMLS 399797, Equal Housing Lender.
The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. When it comes to investing, GameBridge is doing the same. Their online platform does things differently by putting you in control, so you can invest on your own terms and grow your savings over time. It's a better way to invest, because it's investing your way. Get started today with as little as $1,000 at Gamebridge.io. Gamebridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
You know Unleaded 88 is engine smart and earth kind. But what does that mean really? Engine smart because Unleaded 88 burns cooler and cleaner with higher octane for superior performance at a great price. Earth kind because Unleaded 88 reduces toxic compounds in your fuel and burns more completely, reducing harmful emissions. That's good for our environment and our health. Engine smart, earth kind. 4 simple words to remember when you fill up. Choose Unleaded 88.
4 minutes into Game 2, the Pacers off to an excellent start. They lead the Bucks 16-8. There will be Corona Bar Network playoff watch parties this week. You can visit Parks Place Pub in Fishers at 8 o'clock Friday and Whiskey Business in Southport at 9:30 Sunday, and enjoy Corona specials, samples, and score other giveaways. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. With Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. We're high above courtside here at the world's greatest basketball arena. Pat Boylan down there in the thick of the action between the two team benches courtside. Good day, sir.
Marchetti, hello. Tonight the Pacers look to take a 2-0 series lead, and over the course of their history, there's been a massive difference in starting 2-0 versus 1-1. The Pacers are a perfect 7-0 all-time in best-of-7 series when they lead 2-0. They're 8-10 when it's 1-1, winning less than 50% of the time when it's 1-1. Rick Carlisle said his message to his team was simple, quote, expect it to be hard, end quote, adding, maintaining the edge is always the challenge. When you win Game 1, Game 2 gets exponentially harder, end quote, especially in this case where Damian Lillard returns. More on the potential Lillard impact here later in the broadcast.
Milwaukee has it. They'll go the length of the floor out of the timeout. Her substitution of the night comes off of the Indiana bench. Obadiah Toppin Jr. is on. Obi will replace Pascal Siakam in Game 1. Toppin played almost 15 minutes and scored 6 points. Milwaukee brings it the length. They're in green, Indiana in white. They continue to play with their starting 5. Lillard brings it up the right side. Nembhard is on him. Antetokounmpo versus Nesmith, drives it from the foul line with the left hand, and from right in front, rolls in a right-hand toss. They had a big game in Game 1. 36 points, 14 of 23 from the floor. And now Halliburton, who had one turnover in game one, turns it over for the second time in the first quarter in game two, mishandling a pass and losing it out of bounds on the sideline. 16-10 Pacers. Antetokounmpo off a Lillard screen, drives to his left at the edge of the arc. He hands it to Prince. Prince works it to the wing and then sends it right back inside to Antetokounmpo. His right hand right in front is perfect.
And this is those first two possessions of Nesmith getting a chance to guard Giannis Antetokounmpo there.
16-12, Indiana by 4. Turner with the ball on top. Bounces and hands it off. Nesmith attacking Kuzma. Gives it up right side wing. Nembhard there to the center of the floor. Turner hands to Halliburton. Faking the three is Nembhard. Now lets a long one go. It hits the back of the rim, the front of the rim, the backboard, and stays down.
Way to use it all. That shot goes up and hits every piece of the rim before falling.
Pacers have hit 3 of their 4 three-point shots. They lead 19-12. Milwaukee, the best three-point shooting team in the league. They were dismal in game 1, but they're 2 of 2 here in game 2. And now out of the corner, Prince confronted by Halliburton. Wanted to shoot a 3, but Halliburton forced him to go up and down and travel.
Very nice challenge there. Good closeout. You highlighted what a great shooter Prince is. Halliburton is able to meet the catch there.
That's 3 Milwaukee turnovers. Pacers in front by 7. Halliburton way out left side. Lopez is on him. Halliburton abused him earlier. This time he drives him into the lane and dips inside of him, leaving him confused, befuddled, and bewildered as he lays it in with the left hand.
Make it 2 for 2 on the ISO situation against Lopez.
21-12, Indiana by 9. Antetokounmpo has it on top. They move it left to right, and he is fouled at the edge of the arc by Nesmith.
Something of note, going back to the other end, and talked so much about the matchup game between Lopez trying to guard Turner and the advantage that they've had. Lopez is going to get subbed out now, but those first few possessions, Lopez was guarding Nesmith instead of Turner.
And should that same matchup occur with Portis in the game, you still might be able to exploit it on the perimeter, but not nearly to the extent you can with Lopez.
Yeah, not to that extent as well. So up to this point, nice adjustment here by the Bucks.
Portis gives it up, and they work it down low, backing in, left baseline, nice move to the goal. And Antetokounmpo had to be fouled to be stopped. That's Turner's first. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, who went to the line 15 times and made 8 in game 1, will take 2 here.
That's a good foul there by Turner. And this is something that I'm sure they've talked about. Anytime he is at the rim, do not, if you can avoid it, do not give up a layup or dunk. Especially if foul troubles are not an issue at this point in the game.
Milwaukee, the 3rd worst foul shooting team in the league during the regular season. Only Toronto and Houston were less accurate. A large part of that is Antetokounmpo, who goes so often, in fact more often than any player in the league, but shoots just 62%. First one here is perfect. He's got one more coming.
And the countdown is on. The fans here have done a tremendous job of getting engaged, staying active when Giannis Antetokounmpo goes to the line.
He's got one more coming. 6:08 to go in the quarter. He has scored 5. They trail 21-13. You can hear the fans. 5, 6. And he made them both. Half a dozen for Antetokounmpo. Lopez has 5. Milwaukee trails by 7 as Nembhard brings it across against Lillard. Nembhard at the timeline, Turner with the high middle screen. Nembhard continues on to the right edge of the arc. Now lobs it inside, working his way to the goal on that left baseline. Toppin, he caught it and dunked it.
The execution was tremendous. They're able to get the switch, and he goes back door for the dunk.
At the other end, Kuzma far corner to Portis. Portis brings it back to the hash mark and dumps it down low. Antetokounmpo has a significant size advantage, and he bungled it. He had a huge size advantage posting down there on Nesmith, and he spun away from Nesmith and then traveled.
Listen, he had the right idea, just poor execution. The double team came from the top side. He was able to spin to the baseline where there was not any help, and he just shuffled his feet for the travel.
Indiana leading by 9 as Benedict Mathurin gets set to check in. And he'll now have to wait for the next dead ball. He's at the scorer's table. Milwaukee has substituted for the first time a couple of possessions ago with Portis, and now Gary Trent Jr. is in as Kuzma goes to the side. Kuzma, by the way, has now played 27 minutes in this series. No points, no rebounds, no assists, no blocks, and no steals. Here's a 3, far corner, Nesmith.
shot preparation perfect there by Neesmith, but he knocked down the 3-ball.
Pacers by a dozen, 5:22 to go in the quarter. Lillard has it, a step back 3 from the left side, and that's what he does. Only a 2. Didn't step back quite far enough. 26-16. This one, though, is a 3, and it's Halliburton over in front of his own bench.
Yeah, right in front of Damian Lillard. Remember the little dust-up that they had in the second half of Game 1.
Pacers 5 of 6 from three-point range. Porter left hand down the middle, gets to the goal, knocked away by Turner, picked up by Halliburton to the top of the circle and into the near corner. Back out to Halliburton. He swoops into the lane and misses the right hand. It rolls off the rim, but a foul has been called.
Well, they waited all day and night to call it. Then the infamous, let's see if this shot goes in before the whistle blows.
Lillard's first. You know they wait too long when they blow the whistle and you're wondering whether or not it's a loose ball foul.
Correct, exactly. There's got to be something else. It took too long, but in fact it is on the shot, and Halliburton will get 2 at the line.
Halliburton goes twice. The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. And when it comes to investing, Gamebridge is doing the same, putting you in control of your own financial future. Get started today at Gamebridge.io. Halliburton's numbers in Game 1, a perfect example, as he hits the first foul shot, of how you can have a poor game shooting the ball and still be very influential in the outcome. He was 3 of 13 from the floor, missed all 7 of his three-point shots, but he was a huge part of that victory.
Yeah, I mean, there's something to be said about specialists, and a guy is so good at one particular thing, but give me as many guys as I can get who do more than one thing on the floor to be effective.
Halliburton nails them both. Indiana with a game-high 15-point lead. 4:40 to go in the quarter. Antetokounmpo down the right side. He laid it up too hard, and it's rebounded by Siakam. The Pacers by 15. They look to double the score on this possession. Halliburton left side. Portis has him, and here comes another 3. This one, though, off the front of the rim. Lillard rebounds. Long pass into the forecourt. Catch and shoot left side. 3, no. But a foul is called on the loose ball. The 3 from the left edge taken by Trent. And it went off the front of the rim, but a loose ball foul on the rebound against Halliburton.
Well, it's a good foul there on Halliburton. Otherwise, this is going to be an easy putback by Portis. And once again, the Pacers are lighting the scoreboard up, shooting 78% from the field, but Rick Carlisle wants to talk about it.
31-16 Pacers. Every time the Pacers connect on a foul shot, Citizens Energy Group and the Pacers team up to donate $5 to the Warm Heart, Warm Home Foundation, which provides utility bill assistance for thousands of users each year. To learn more or to donate, visit citizensenergygroup.com/WHWH. 4:18 left in the quarter. Indiana up 15. You're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger for mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. And no matter what tasty choice you make, our low prices add up to big savings. Plus, you get over $600 in digital coupons each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump and points. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Postseason dunks, threes, buzzer beaters. There's so much NBA happening. I gotta keep up.
Whoa, take it easy there. There's a better way to NBA. All playoffs long.
Wait, really?
With the NBA app, you get real-time stats and scores for every playoff matchup. Witness playoff drama as it unfolds.
Seriously?
Catch every bucket all in one place, all for free.
Where have you been all my life?
There's a better way to NBA. Download the app today. Available on the Google Play, Apple app, and Android stores.
Today we have 2 very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Breaking news coming at 365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. T&Cs apply.
4:18 left first quarter. Pacers have not trailed. Their current lead is their largest It's 31-16. Milwaukee, the site of games 3 and 4, game 5 if necessary, back here on Tuesday of next week. And you can make dining at Harry and Izzy's downtown a pregame tradition. Enjoy the world-famous St. Elmo shrimp cocktail and the award-winning filet sliders. Harry and Izzy's proudly supports Indy basketball. You can make your reservation today by visiting harryandizzy's.com. Just over 4 left in the quarter. Timothy John McConnell and Benedict Mathurin are in. TJ and Ben will play with Toppin, Halliburton, and Siakam. Kevin Porter Jr. checks in for Milwaukee. He'll play with Trent, Portis, Lillard, and Antetokounmpo. They'll play the ball in from the near side. They've got 14 seconds to shoot. Lillard will work it in. Free throw line extended. His team is behind by 15 points. And Lillard from the sideline gets it into Antetokounmpo up top. Right back to Lillard near the hash mark, near side of the floor. Drives it with the left hand, gets to the foul line and into the lane where his floater from the dotted half circle falls into the eager hands of Antetokounmpo, who dunks it. He has scored 8, 31-18 Pacers. 4 minutes left in the first quarter. On the drive, McConnell to the right baseline. Sends it out to the wing. Toppin has it there. Further out right edge. Mathurin goes to work. Driving it against Porter Jr. Now on top, McConnell. The shot clock at 5. Far side catch and shoot. That's Toppin. And his three spun around the rim before falling off. Antetokounmpo the other way for Milwaukee. Top of the circle, bounce pass down low. Portis powers his way to the goal and finishes with a right hand.
Yeah, just too much size there for Mathurin. Portis puts him under the basket.
31-20 Indiana. On top, it's Halliburton against Antetokounmpo. 20 feet out, right side, picks up the dribble, gives it to Mathurin, who got away from Porter. He's in the lane, he's at the goal, and now he's on the line, shooting 2.
It's a good decision by Halliburton. He started to get to his ISO game. Antetokounmpo is not the guy to do that against, and Mathurin's able to get to the basket off a couple bounces and draw the foul.
Only the 4th team foul, but it is a shooting foul. Jericho Sims will check in for Milwaukee. He played 9.5 minutes in game 1. He'll replace Giannis Antetokounmpo as Mathurin goes to the line. He did not have a good game shooting the ball. 2 of 7 in game 1, 1 of 6 from 3, but as he so often does, he got to the foul line and made all 8 of his foul shots.
That's it, just being able to, again, where can you provide some value there, and does a great job of getting to the line and picks up right where he left off, getting to the line in his first opportunity.
So it's Sims, Porter, Trent, Portis, and Lillard against McConnell, Toppin, Halliburton, Siakam, and the man on the foul line, Mathurin, who made the first. Looking to push the lead to 13 and succeeding. Pacers have made all 6 of their foul shots. They have never trailed. They've led by as many as 15. They're up by 13. Just over 3 minutes left in the quarter. Porter on the drive down the left side, and he lost the ball out of bounds. That is turnover number 5. McConnell brings it the other way. The Pacers are in white. Milwaukee is in green. McConnell across the lane, left to right. His pull-up falls off the rim, and Lillard secures possession for Milwaukee. He comes across left of the logo and now pulls up and hits a 3.
Yeah, he didn't get any resistance. Well, really the entire time he had the ball, but you got to stop him once he gets across half court.
33-23. Mathurin counters with a 3 over Lillard at the other end.
Get the 3 back with a tough one.
Pacers have been brilliant from three-point range. They're 6 of 9. And now McConnell trying to harass Lillard. He's called for a foul.
No, he's going to give it on Toppin is going to get it for pushing the screener into McConnell.
So it is Toppin's first and the team's 4th. Porter will play it in from the near side.
Yeah, we're going to look at that replay. Yeah, just the slightest push there into Jericho Sims' back.
Jarris Walker replaces Tyrese Halliburton. That leaves Siakam the only starter on the floor. Lillard is the only Milwaukee starter in the game. 18 to shoot. Porter will play it in. Lillard has it. Played by McConnell. Left hand moves toward the center of the floor. Bouncing near the logo. Picked up by Mathurin, and Mathurin fouled him as he fired from the left edge. He's on the line twice.
He's looking unbothered by the blood clot issue. Doc Rivers giving him a nice, healthy run here in this first quarter.
Damian Lillard is on the line. Spent the bulk of his 13 seasons, including this year, in the NBA with Portland And when he left there, as he misses the first foul shot, he left Portland as that franchise's all-time scoring leader. He passed Clyde Drexler 2 years ago. And he's 4th all-time on the NBA three-point field goal list. He passed Reggie Miller last season. Here he makes 1 of 2. He's got 6 points.
That's a rare miss, guys. Been a prolific free throw shooter his entire career.
82% this season, and that's not even close to his best.
Correct.
And now Siakam, trying to feed the ball back to the top, wound up throwing it out of bounds. The Pacers turn it over for the 3rd time. 2:20 to go in the quarter. The Indiana lead is 12.
We're going to get a Ben Shepherd sighting. Oh, no, we're not.
He went to the table, and he came right back to the bench.
Infamous stayed down on the head fake.
A.J. Green, who hurt the Pacers in Game 1 with 5 three-point field goals, is on the floor for Milwaukee. Portis, Trent, Porter, Sims, and Green are the Milwaukee 5. Right of the lane, jump shot front rim, misfire Porter. Here comes McConnell. To the right edge of the arc, leaves it to the trailing Mathurin, who's picked up at the edge of the arc by Sims, and now Toppin will go to work, sending it down low. Siakam with a significant size advantage on Green. He spun him baseline, but his shot crept off the rim. He got his own rebound, and they had to foul him to stop him, and he hops up off the floor. He was very upset by the contact. This is right in front of the Indiana bench, and we know from past confrontations, these teams are not fond of one another. I'm not exactly sure. I'm sure we'll see a replay. Not exactly sure what Siakam was upset about. It didn't really look like a particularly hard foul.
It didn't look like it live. I'm not sure if Gary Trent Jr. threw him down. He did go to the floor, but it didn't. On the big board, they got James Johnson on the.
We see the replay here. Boy, I don't really see anything there that would upset you, do you?
Yeah, it was a hard foul, but I think it's a really overreaction by everybody over there. Siakam gets up pretty quickly. Bobby Portis jumps in.
Is this not more likely the case? He's not necessarily.
Loose ball foul on Trent. The play is reviewed for an altercation.
That's the crew chief, Zach Zarba. Probably it's the emotion of the situation rather than the individual. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah. I mean, again, Siakam just jumps up quickly. He doesn't do anything.
Well, both teams are in the penalty, so
as I can see it, nothing happens here.
Pat's down on the floor on the other side. Maybe he saw something we didn't.
No, I think you guys have described this accurately. Maybe a hard foul, but I think just the heat of the moment and the rivalry that is budding more than anything else.
Yeah, Benedict Mathurin. You see what him and Gary Trent Jr. The previous possession, Benedict Mathurin pushed Gary Trent Jr. pretty much for no reason down there. And then he comes in here on this possession. But yeah, there's nothing there. Bobby Portis doesn't do anything. McConnell grabs Siakam.
I don't think this replay will take too long.
I don't think it warrants any. The one thing I am thinking about is James Johnson he doesn't come on the court. He does come off the bench a little bit down there on the baseline. He's still out of bounds.
They have it right in the corner near the Pacers bench.
Yeah.
I think they're done looking at it. Zach Zarba is right now visiting with the other two officials, Sean Wright and Gediminas Petritis.
They'll talk him long enough. He's got something.
In the replay center in Secaucus, we have Josh Tiven and Ray Acosta. And it looks like Zach Zarba is ready to render his verdict from courtside.
After review, in addition to the loose ball foul on Trent Jr., we have offsetting double technical fouls on Trent Jr. and Benedict Mathurin.
There you go.
Double technical fouls will shoot the penalty. 2 shots.
Yeah.
So the way that plays out is the technicals offset, no foul shots there, but both teams on the penalty, so Siakam on the common foul goes to the line twice.
Yeah, those two, just get into a little shoving match. I think that's a way of the officials saying, hey, we're not going to deal with any of it. This is just the way, hey, you didn't do anything major, but just to get your attention.
We talk about how the game changes all the time. I happen to be watching this multi-part Boston Celtics documentary. I think it's on Max. And they showed the replay of the Kevin McHale beheading Kurt Rambis.
Oh, yes.
Neither one was thrown out of the game. in today's NBA, you would be sent to Siberia for a week and then allowed to return.
That's right, yeah. 80s and the early 90s was a different day.
Certainly was. Siakam on the line, 6 points, first trip to the line, and he is successful. The Pacers 7 of 7 from the line. They're in front by 13. They've never trailed, and they have led by as many as 15. They've got a very good chance to come up with a 40-point first quarter.
And going back to those double technicals, Zach Zarba is over there trying to explain it to Doc Rivers, who was also a guy who played in the 80s and 90s. He's trying to figure out what was just called.
38-24, he made the foul shots. Porter brings it up for Milwaukee. Left edge of the arc, bounce to the wing. Portis is there, drives right by Siakam, lays it in and draws the foul.
Portis wasn't much of a factor in game one, but he is plenty capable. He's putting a little imprint on the game right now in this first quarter.
He did have 8 rebounds, but only scored 4 points, went 2 of 8 from the floor. He has only recently returned. He was suspended at the end of the season for 25 games by the NBA for violating the anti-drug policy. And his presence is very important for Milwaukee. He misses the foul shot, and Mathurin saved the rebound from going out of bounds. Toppin nearly walked, but he got it to McConnell, who walks in from the left side and lays it in with the right hand.
Beautiful move, just blows by Kevin Porter Jr. for the layup.
40-point first quarter and a 14-point Indiana lead with 80 seconds to play. Right side wing, Porter to the baseline. The step back over Siakam is clean. Porter's first field goal cuts it to 40-28. McConnell attacking, left sideline, right hand. Portis has it. Now at the left edge of the circle, Siakam looking to put it on the floor against Porter. He'll fire it from the foul line, well challenged by Porter. Off the front of the rim, Portis rebounds, and Porter brings it up the right sideline. Porter, edge of the arc, bouncing to the wing. Portis spun away from McConnell and scored from in close. Milwaukee starting to pick it up a bit. They've cut it from 15 to 10 with 45 seconds to play in the quarter. Both teams shooting well. Indiana 65%. Milwaukee 55%. McConnell has it, right edge, driving to the wing, got to the baseline. Now lost it, got it back in the lane, and he missed off the front of the rim. I said he lost it, Eddie, but I don't think he did in retrospect.
Hey, I'm not sure. I think it might have been a behind-the-back move, and then he hustles back and is able to draw the offensive foul there on Jericho Sims.
So Sims picks up his first at the other end. Milwaukee has turned the ball over 6 times. Thomas Bryant will check in for the first time. Tyrese Halliburton will return. Walker leaves, and so does Siakam. Both teams have used 10 players in the first quarter. Pacers by 10, shot clock dark. 23 4/10 to go. McConnell will bring it up against Green. He'll cross the timeline with 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Still out on that logo at center court. Green playing him closely. Now McConnell with 10 seconds to play. Moves forward with the right hand. Now the left, back to the right, gives it up. Halliburton with 5 seconds to go. Long one, right sideline, air ball. Loose underneath. McConnell saved it, but before he could do anything with it, the quarter draws to a close. And after one in game 2, it's the Milwaukee Bucks trailing the Indiana Pacers 40-30. And now Porter has some words over near the Pacer bench. I have a feeling this is going to get salty pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, this is not going anywhere. These two teams are done seeing each other over the last 2 seasons. Unfortunately, they will see a lot more of each other here in this series.
Pacers up 10 after 1 on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Experience the Midwest's newest fine dining destination, Commission Row. Our menu includes the best locally sourced steaks, chops, seafood, and raw bar offerings. Created by Pacers Sports and Entertainment in partnership with Cunningham Restaurant Group. Commission Row is located right next to Gambridge Fieldhouse. Whether for dinner on the main level or drinks and Mel's, our speakeasy bar, make Commission Row a part of your next game night. Learn more or make a reservation at commissionrow.com.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along Along with healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
Just like the Indiana Pacers, U.S. Foods stands for quality, value, and commitment to their customers. From their state-of-the-art Indianapolis-based distribution center, U.S. Foods is committed to meeting their customers' needs by providing quality food service and equipment products throughout all of Indiana and northern Kentucky. At U.S. Foods, it's what they do to bring guests into your business every day that truly makes the difference. Enjoy the game.
Are you sick of pretending to like boring hard seltzers that leave you feeling bloated? Tired of drinking the same old light beer? No time to make a mixed drink with all those complicated ingredients? Then it's time for you to try something different. Beatbox Party Punch is a fan favorite for the Indiana Pacers. Packing an ABV punch, each Beatbox is bursting with delicious flavors. Beatbox is low sugar and resealable, so you can always take the party on the go. And there ain't no party like a Beatbox party.
Please drink responsibly. Must be 21 plus.
Hey, this is Pascal Siakam, and you're listening to Pacer Basketball on Elevance Health Radio Network.
And the Pacers just completed their highest scoring quarter in franchise playoff history. Their first 40-point quarter ever in NBA playoff history. The Pacers lead it by 10 after one, 40-30. Indiana shooting 59% from the field, 60% from the three-point line. Now Milwaukee shooting well also, 55% from the field, and they've hit 3 of their 4 threes. The Pacers, though, +2 on the glass and +3 in the turnover margin. I'm Pat Boylan. Let's go back upstairs. Here are Mark Boyle and Eddie Gill with the second.
Second quarter will begin with Indiana in possession, moving the ball right to left. I thought, all things considered, Damian Lillard looked pretty sharp in the first quarter.
Yes, he did. And I thought we might see one of those instances where he's playing, 4 and 5 minute increments just to keep his wind at a level where he can sustain himself throughout the game. But he got a nice run in that first quarter.
Pacers in white, blue, black, and yellow, numerals, letters, and trim. Milwaukee in the forest green with the white numerals and letters. Pacers right to left. T.J. McConnell, Jarris Walker, Benedict Mathurin, Thomas Bryant, and Pascal Siakam on the floor. We'll set the Milwaukee lineup when they get the ball. First possession, second quarter. Siakam hands it off on top. Mathurin with 9 on the shot clock. Moving to his right. Sims is challenging him. The shot clock down to 5. He'll drive to the right, down the side of the lane. A contested shot falls off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Bobby Portis. He plays with Kevin Porter Jr., Jericho Sims, Gary Trent Jr., and A.J. Green, and a long 3 from the left edge. Portis knocks it down. And Milwaukee, once down 15, is back to within 7 as McConnell drives in and scores right side over Green.
Strong finish there over Green, left to right crossover to get himself to the rim.
42-33. Porter at the top of the circle. Portis hit a 3 last time, this time from the same spot, shot it a bit hard. Rebound, Walker. He'll bring it himself. He's across the timeline. He's going to go right at Green, cut off. Kick out left edge, catch and shoot. Siakam missed a 3-ball. Rebound loose on the baseline. Bryant saved it, got it to Walker, and Walker missed a right-hand floater from the dotted half. Good play by Bryant, but the Pacers don't capitalize, and here comes Porter for Milwaukee. Pass into the lane, slapped away by McConnell. That's Milwaukee's 7th turnover. Pacers by 9. McConnell got it to Mathurin, and he heaved up a shot that had a 0.0% chance of succeeding. He came across, tried to go up and under right to left, and the ball ended up in downtown Cleveland. 10:22 left in the quarter. Porter drives into traffic. That's recycled by Bryant, and here comes McConnell. Center of the floor, Siakam to the foul line and the dotted half, and this time his shot falls off the front of the rim. Rebound out of bounds. Indiana will keep it. The Pacers started shooting brilliantly, and they're still at 50%, but they've hit a bit of a cold spot here.
They have, but they're still putting in the work there, and it's led by Thomas Bryant right now. Look at his stat line. It doesn't say much, but he's had a number of winning-type plays right here in these first few possessions of action.
Sims out, Antetokounmpo in. The inbound pass from McConnell, far baseline into the lane, and Mathurin converts. Pacers back up by double figures at 44-33. They have never trailed. Porter has it, left sideline. Now drives it into the lane with a right hand, flips up a wild shot that hits the board on the rim, rebounded by Siakam. Ahead to Mathurin, touch pass McConnell into the corner. Walker sets up Mathurin. His three, though, off target. A beautiful demonstration of sharing there, and now as Milwaukee gets out into the open floor, Walker grabs and fouls Porter on the way to the goal, his first. They didn't score there, but boy, that was a spectacular display of teamwork.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for better ball movement there to manufacture a clean look. It just doesn't go, but that's the type of ball movement you want.
They might call this a take foul. Let's see. They're going to review it.
Yeah, they're going to take a look at it, yeah. And there's an argument to be made for sure. Walker just reaches out and grabs him. He's out of position. As Kevin Porter Jr. was going to the basket, he was for sure going to have a wide open two-point attempt.
Ruling on the floor is a transition take foul. The play is also under review to see if it meets the criteria for a clear path foul.
Well, let's go to Pat here, because can you call a
how's that work?
Transition take foul and a clear path foul? You can't on the same play, can you?
You can't put them both together, but if the refs do determine that both apply, then it would be upgraded to a clear path foul. Worth noting, they cannot review transition takes, so that's going to stand either way. We're just going to see if it's upgraded to one more free throw, and Zarb is already done.
Let's see what he has.
After review, a transition take foul is confirmed. It is also not a clear path foul.
See, now we've talked about Bill Kennedy, and rightfully so. He is the maestro of replay, but Zach Zarba is the best when it comes to brevity. He doesn't waste any time.
Succinct, yes. Yeah. And he's a guy. Happy to see where he's gotten to in his career.
He's excellent.
And when early on, I was coming through and had my times in what was then the D League. He spent some time there and grooming himself, getting himself ready for the NBA, and I really like him as an official here.
Gary Trent is on the line, an 85%er during the regular season. He's in his 7th season. He was a factor against the Pacers in the 4-game regular season series. He shot 59% from three-point range, averaged 13.5 a game. And he knocks down the foul shot here, his first scoring of this game. 10-point Pacer lead. Milwaukee has possession on the near side, 20 on the shot clock. 9:40 left in the second quarter, and Green gets it in. Porter has it. High post right, Antetokounmpo against Siakam. Backs his way to the dotted half. Now with a left hand, spins to the right and tosses one off the front of the rim. Tipped it up with the left hand. It didn't get to the rim, and Siakam sends it to Walker. Pacers have the ball in a 10-point lead early second quarter. McConnell center of the floor. Antetokounmpo gives him space. He drives, and Antetokounmpo knocked it away. We might get a kick ball violation. Pacers will play it in from the side.
He starts to attack Giannis there, loses the ball, and he kicks it there.
Mathurin plays it in, and now there's a dead ball foul as Porter knocks down McConnell before the inbound pass can be made. That's Porter's first. So an away from the play foul with 9:18 to go will result in Mathurin going to the line, where he is 10 of 10 in the series.
In this case, you get one in possession, correct?
Yep. Lead is 10. Pacers have never trailed this series so far. Foul shot good. Has gone 62 minutes and 18 seconds. Milwaukee has had the lead for 1 minute and 43 seconds.
Yeah, and something the Pacers at sometimes struggled to do during the course of the season is get off to fast starts, and not the case here in games 1 and 2.
They lead by 11 following the Mathurin foul shot. McConnell drives down the right side, and in traffic, he is knocked to the floor. The ball squirts out of bounds. Indiana will keep it with 8 on the shot clock. 9:12 left in the half. Far side baseline inbound. Last time in this situation, McConnell got it into the lane for a Mathurin finish. This time from that same baseline, he holds the ball head high and delivers it to the top of the arc. Bryant has it there against Portis. Shot clock down to 5. Now McConnell drives the lane and heaves one up off the front of the rim, rebounded by Green. 3 minutes gone, second quarter. Antetokounmpo with the ball, left edge and into the far corner for a catch and shoot. Portis off target. That would have been a 3. Walker with a rebound. Mathurin zips it up the floor. Catch and shoot from in front of his own bench. And Siakam put it off the front of the rim. Portis gives it to Green. Milwaukee in Green, going left to right. Portis takes it right back and scores from right of the rim. The basket will count. And there's a loose ball foul off the ball. Somebody will be on the line.
It's going to be foul going to be on Giannis.
No, it's going to be on Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, Benedict Mathurin did a nice job of setting up, trying to box out there as that shot was going up from Porter. And Giannis just ran through Mathurin.
The field goal from Portis will count. He has had an impact here with 11 first-half points.
Yeah, he is ultra aggressive right now, both in the paint and with his perimeter shooting. He's given himself an opportunity to have a big night.
That is his MO. He's aggressive all the time.
And you think about a guy who's been out with that many games. He's been on the edge of his seat, ready to go out and compete.
Pacers by 9. McConnell for a catch and shoot to Walker, and he hit out of the near corner. Walker continues his brilliant three-point shooting, and the Pacers are up by 12. 8:19 left in the first half. From the left wing, Porter drives it to the top of the circle. Now throws one off the glass. It's rebounded by Siakam. Ahead to Mathurin, who comes in and scoops it home with a right hand.
Kevin Porter Jr. makes a donation. Pacers get out on a break, and they're able to score easily.
Pacers back up 14. Timeout, Milwaukee. The Noblesville Boom will be bringing high-impact action and unbeatable value to the arena at Innovation Mile this fall. You can visit noblesvilleboom.com to place a $50 deposit that secures season tickets for the first season of the Boom. The Pacers lead by 14, early second downtown. You're listening to Pacers playoff basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
If you want a tire shop that doesn't feel like your ordinary tire shop, then you need to meet Tire Man. Bell Tire. Good point, Tire Man. Tire Man works at Bell Tire. He's part tire, part man, all heart. Bell Tire. Right, Tire Man. We repair flats for free at Bell Tire. And as Tire Man just said, we actually care about our customers. We're not your ordinary tire shop because we're changing tires. Bell Tire.
What if healthcare worked for everyone? What if your health was measured by more than your vital signs? What if zucchini and kale were as accessible as burgers and fries? What if AI helped doctors to know what your body will do before you do? We aren't just asking these questions. With our health plans and services, we're taking steps to address them. Elevance Health, where health can go. Learn more at elevancehealth.com.
In Indiana.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Thanks for hanging out with us. This is TSI Mike, and now that we've got your attention, we're bringing you every single game of the NBA and NHL playoffs while supporting SickKids Hospital in Toronto through our Playoff Pulse campaign. Let's grow our global community. Hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell, and join the action.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Joe Bowen here, voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Playoff Pulse on Toronto Sports Insider is all about playoff thrills and making a difference, with 100% of Leaf playoff stream revenue going directly to SickKids for their life-saving treatments and research. We're aiming for 100,000 insiders to boost our impact. So subscribe now and be a part of this incredible movement. Holy Mackinac! Let's show SickKids Hospital we're here for them. Join us today.
Hey you, yeah you, Easton Cowan, Leafs prospect here. I'm loving these Playoff Pulse live hangouts. Subscribe and turn on the bell to catch every game. Keep the chat buzzing and let's cheer for SickKids together. See you in the chat.
17 field goal. With Eddie, I'm Mark. Let's go to Pat.
After scoring just 98 points on Saturday, the Bucks getting Damian Lillard back tonight. Doc Rivers on how he would use him said this pregame, quote, "I've got to watch him. We had a very long talk this morning. It's uncharted territory. The trick is to not get him to any point of exhaustion because the recovery for him is difficult." Lillard played the first 10 minutes, has not played over the last 6 minutes. Rick Carlisle saying yesterday, we played him enough. We have an idea of what to expect. We're preparing for him to play, and Lillard is back out on the floor now.
They've got the ball. Trent and Lillard with Green, Portis and Antetokounmpo. The Pacers counter with Nembhard, Halliburton, Toppin, Mathurin, and Turner. Milwaukee down 14, just under 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. They're left to right in green. The Pacers are in white. Lillard goes left sideline near the hash mark. Green floats it down low. Antetokounmpo into the lane right in front. And missing from right in front was Portis, but Antetokounmpo was there to finish. He's got 10, 50-38 Indiana. With Mathurin left hand on top, giving to Halliburton, and now right back to Mathurin. 7:34 left in the quarter. Halliburton comes free on the right sideline and hits one from the sideline that's worth 3.
Again, directly attributed to the ball movement. It doesn't stop. It's not sticking in anyone's hands. Great flare screen by Turner. 3-ball by Halliburton.
Pacers have matched their largest lead at 53-38. Antetokounmpo kicks to the corner. A good, clean look for Portis, and he takes advantage. He has had a very impactful first half with 14 points off the bench. They're down, though, by 12 as Mathurin works left edge. Off the top and screen, he's picked up by Antetokounmpo. Goes right sideline to Halliburton, right back to Mathurin. One bounce and a 3 off the front of the rim from dead on. Portis got it to Lillard, and Lillard sends it ahead. Antetokounmpo drives by Halliburton left side, and Cruz is in for the lead. Easy left-hand finish. Carlisle takes a timeout. The Pacer lead shrinks to 10. 6:46 left in the second quarter. You're listening to Pacers playoff basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Welcome to the NBA playoffs. The moment we've all been waiting for is here.
The fans now on the edge of their seats.
It's time to stay locked in to every single moment. Because you never know when history will be made. When it's win or go home, every moment matters. So don't miss a thing. NBA playoffs presented by Google continues on ABC, ESPN, TNT, and NBA TV.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
what's it like to have a yard?
Can lead to an even bigger question like,
am I ready to buy a home?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you, prepared to talk about everything you need to know when applying for a mortgage, so you can try to turn those backyard dreams into reality. Paul?
Yes?
Question. Are you a hammock person?
You know, I think I might be.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. NMLS 399797, Equal Housing Lender.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership is better than ever. Save up to $1,100 each year on gas, groceries, delivery fees, and streaming options. With double fuel points, unlimited free delivery, and exclusive savings for members, there's so much to love about Boost. Sign up for a Boost membership today. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Now you can call every shot when it comes to investing because Gamebridge's easy online platform puts you in control of your own financial future. Choose trusted products, invest on your own terms with as little as $1,000, and watch your savings grow over time with reliable returns. You make the choices, you make the calls. So no matter what, you're always in the lead. Get started today at Gamebridge.io. Gamebridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
46 left second quarter. The Pacers have not trailed. They've led by as many as 15, and at the moment they're up by 10 as we take 10 seconds. So that our 2,645 network stations might identify themselves. You're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network. Mid-second downtown, Pacers trying to go up 2-0. Leading by 10 as we check in with Pat.
Doc Rivers was asked about his defense after game number 1, but quickly turned the conversation to his offense, saying, I thought our offense was awful. I thought it contributed to our defense as much as anything. We're not going to beat them scoring 98 points. We're not going to beat them with 15 assists. Those 15 assists, by the way, the fewest they've had in any game, playoffs or regular season, in over 2 years. Well, the Pacers have 15 assists, the Bucks 10, so Indiana, by comparison, doing a good job there tonight, but Milwaukee is on pace for 27 assists. They're shooting 50%, 63% from the three-point line, so they're having more offensive success. Indiana has just had one level greater of offensive success here so far.
Pacers bring it the length, right to left. They're in white, Milwaukee in green. Pacers going with 4 of the 5 starters. Toppin is in Siakam's place. Milwaukee has 3 starters on the floor. Kuzma back in, Antetokounmpo and Lillard with Portis and Trent. Halliburton in backcourt, being hounded by Kuzma, gets it easily into the forecourt. On the logo at center, drifting to his right. He's still outside the arc. Cross-court pass to the near sideline. Nesmith takes it baseline, hands it off in front, and Turner converts.
Tight window there by Nesmith, and strong finish by Turner.
Indiana 55, Milwaukee 43. Both teams shooting 50% or better as Kuzma goes left side high. Just inside the arc, Antetokounmpo hands it to Lillard. He attacks, gets into the lane. They work it back to the perimeter, slightly right of center. Trent hits a 3.
This guy you referenced earlier on, he can be a guy who can fill a great role for this Bucks team.
Best three-point shooting team in the league. They were awful in game 1. They've been excellent, 6 of 9 here in game 2. And Nesmith, a 3 at the Indiana end from the left edge off the catch.
Nesmith invaluable right now, getting it done offensively, and he's taking on a defensive assignment of Antetokounmpo right now.
He is 3 of 3 from outside the arc. The Pacers lead by 12. And now Trent lost the ball out of bounds. Near sideline, trying to handle the pass from Antetokounmpo. That is their 9th first-half turnover.
Give Halliburton credit that time. Puts pressure on the pass there, of the receiving of that pass by Trent Jr. He's unable to handle it.
Halliburton brings it up, moving to his right, penetrates the arc. He walks to the goal and lays it in. No resistance whatsoever. And the Pacers are up by 14. 5:27 left in the second quarter. Antetokounmpo left edge to Portis. He holds it chest high, gives it to Lillard. Nembhard closes out. Lillard retreats. Left-hand bounce, driving on Nembhard, who cuts him off at the edge of the arc. Works his way to the side of the lane. Well-contested shot off the back of the rim. Nembhard rebounds. Here comes Halliburton. And Halliburton almost threw it away. Nembhard saved it, but ultimately Milwaukee steals it. That's Halliburton's 3rd turnover of the first half. A cross-court pass, though, at the other end from Trent to the near sideline, intercepted by Toppin. Halliburton has it. He's in the lane, and that's his 4th turnover. Nope.
No, deflection there.
Tipped by Milwaukee.
Yeah.
By the way, Tyrese Halliburton led the league in assist-to-turnover ratio this season. The 4th highest mark in the history of the league. The 3 highest, all held by you-know-who. He's from Minnesota, of course, where most great people hail from. I'm talking about Tyus Jones, who had led the league in assist-to-turnover ratio each of the last 6 years.
He has been, talking about historic numbers, clearly that. But Halliburton, in the midst of having himself a very nice half, aside from those couple turnovers.
4th best assist-to-turnover ratio of all time is nothing to sneeze at.
I'd say sign me up.
Halliburton has it on top. Lopez back in the game. Halliburton will try to abuse him. Far corner. It goes to Nembhard, and he got Prince to reach in as he was falling out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a bad foul by Prince. And back to that, to Lopez. Again, highlighted his inability to deal with this pick and roll situation. He hasn't played much. He's only played 6 minutes in this first half. He's inserted into the game, and they immediately go to that zone to try to protect him.
Both teams back to their original starting 5s with 4:37 left in the half, and Indiana leading by 14. Nembhard has it, bounces to the foul line. Siakam down low, finding Turner. His shot is deflected and gobbled up by Kuzma. Kuzma's going to try to take it the length of the floor, and he'll earn a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Kuzma intent trying to get something going. That stat line you referenced in game 1, a lot of zeros on it except for a couple fouls, I believe, and trying to get in the scoring column here now.
He's played 30 minutes in this series. He has no points, no rebounds, no steals, no blocks, and 1 assist. He is a much better player than that.
Yes, he is.
And he'll shoot 2 here. First one is good. He's in his 8th season, playing with his 3rd team, and was acquired right at the trade deadline. That was the trade that, among other things, sent Chris Middleton to Washington. 60-47. He's got one more. 60-48.
Critical time in this game right now where Pacers could potentially increase this to 20, or the Bucks get it back in the single digits going into the second half.
4:20 left, second quarter. Nembhard to the right sideline. Halliburton drifting into the corner. A contested 3 clanks off the back of the rim. Long rebound, Siakam. Out to Neesmith, driving in from the left side. Lopez blocked his shot at the front of the goal, and it's out of bounds to Milwaukee. We talk about the problems Lopez has had, but don't forget he's one of the best shot blockers in the game.
Well, that's twice in this first half where guys have tried to dunk on him, and he's been able to come up with blocks.
They're down 12 with the ball. Lopez has it, left sideline. Turner's on him. Now he'll feed the far corner. Prince there against Halliburton. Bounce pass down low. Antetokounmpo kicks it right back outside. Catch and shoot. Prince missed a three. Lopez with a weak side offensive rebound. He lost the ball and it rolled out of bounds, apparently last touched by Turner.
Yeah, it came down. It looked like it rolled off of Turner's foot there. We're going to get a replay.
Ball will come in from the baseline. Lillard gets it into Prince, far corner, a three off the catch. Nembhard got there late, and Lillard will go to the line 3 times. The last replay on the big board was fan involvement defined. You could not see who it went off of,
right,
and the fans booed anyway.
Yeah, of course. We already know that. What side we're going here.
Lillard, 1 of 2 in this game. He'll shoot 3 here. He was the 6th pick back in his draft in 2012. Right away, the rookie of the year, and then his accomplishments ballooned after that. First foul shot bounces around and stays down. He's been an all-star 9 times. All-NBA once back in 2018. When I say All-NBA, I mean All-NBA first team. He's been a terrific player from the moment he came into the league.
You missed arguably the most important part.
Let me guess.
Hailing from?
To do with Weber State. Yeah. Did we decide before the game that he's the 3rd best player to ever come out behind yourself and Mr. Jones?
Dylan Jones? No, he's definitely not the 3rd there, but he's historic and right alongside Steph Curry, I would say, part of the revolution of the three-point shot.
Made all 3 foul shots. They have cut it from 15 to 9. This is as close as they've been for a while. Nembhard right of the lane, picks up the dribble, goes to the top of the circle. Halliburton with a floater from the dotted half. It's rebounded by Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee trying to close the second half with authority. Antetokounmpo nearly lost it, but managed to steer it up top where Lopez hit a 3.
Wow, he's played limited minutes, but he put 8 points on the board, and now it's just a 6-point game.
This is as close as they've been since the first quarter. They're on an 8-point run. Now down low, Turner has his shot blocked. It's loose on the baseline, and Antetokounmpo comes out of there. Lopez with his 3rd block of the half. Lillard from way out on the left side put a 3 off the back of the rim. Pacers reeling a bit with 2:50 to go in the quarter. Halliburton handles left edge of the arc. Now picks up the bounce as he retreats to the sideline. And with the shot clock at 10, he'll move down the right side of the lane. Nobody picked him up, and he dunked it.
Well, that time they're able to get a stop. The Bucks can't get back into that 2-3 zone, which was starting to have a little bit of an impact. They put Brook Lopez in the ball screen. He drives by him for a dunk.
That ends the run and pushes the advantage back to 8. Prince has it, lobbing it into the lane, caught down low and then dunked with the left hand by the ever-present Antetokounmpo, who has 14. 62 to 56, just over 2 minutes to play in the half. Nembhard on the wing. Now retreats, moves forward down the right side, picks up the bounce, and a nifty bounce pass into the lane. Found Turner, who dunked it.
I hate to continue to repeat it, but I think it's worth it. Again, Brook Lopez is in that ball screen action. Turner's able to slip to the rim for the dunk.
64 to 56. Indiana by 8 again as Prince goes near corner. From there, Kuzma drives it, spins, side of the lane. Nice finish off the glass.
Yeah, he's able to split Halliburton and Siakam with that spin move.
He's got 4 points, and they're back to within 6 again. 97 seconds left in the half. Halliburton bouncing right edge. Turner with a beautiful pass to the far corner, but Neesmith's 3 is off target. And Antetokounmpo takes down his 9th rebound of the first half. Milwaukee down 6 with the ball. They were down 15, and they've never led. Lillard right down the middle of the lane. Nice finish.
Man, he worked for that one, but incredibly strong finish there against Nembhard.
64 to 60. They are on a run as we approach halftime. They trailed 64. Well, we'll get to that run in just a minute. For now, Nembhard off a high middle screen from Turner to the top of the circle. Pulls up as he drifts right of the lane and hits the jump shot. Pacers led by 14 at 60-46, but since then they've been outscored 14-6, and their lead has been cut to half a dozen. Antetokounmpo with the ball on top, right edge. Lopez has been hot, and this time his three doesn't find the desired target. Rebound Nembhard. Here comes Halliburton. 40 seconds left in the half. Halliburton drives, right baseline, finishes.
No scoring issues here in this first half for Tyrese Halliburton. He's got himself a game.
He's got 16 points and 7 assists. Half a minute to go in the quarter, and there's Lillard doing what Lillard does. He coaxed contact from Nembhard and launched the shot toward the goal. I think they're going to call it a non-shooting foul.
He's one of the best in the league, if not the best, at drawing these fouls. Oftentimes he does get rewarded with that three-point attempt. This time they call it on the floor here against Nembhard.
But there is some damage done because that's Nembhard's third foul.
And they've been trying to match his minutes with Damian Lillard, and Lillard in his return, he's having an impact right now with 11 points in this first half.
McConnell is in for Nembhard, half a minute to go. 13 seconds separate game and shot clocks. Lillard to Lopez, thought about a three, now drives, heaves it back to the top, and Lillard tried to get it to Prince on the far sideline, but Halliburton got his hand in there and knocked it out of bounds.
That's great anticipation by Halliburton, knowing where that extra pass is going to go. Otherwise, Prince has an open three-point shot.
10 on the shot clock, 22 4/10 on the game clock. Prince lobs it into the lane, nobody there, and it's intercepted easily by Siakam. Pacers can play for the last shot. They lead by 8. They've never trailed, and they've led by as many as 15. Prince right out on top of Halliburton at the timeline. We're down to 8 seconds to go. Neesmith drives from the top, gets to the hoop, and he went to Lopez, who got a piece of another shot. It winds up in the far corner as the half draws to a close. Boy, Lopez is sort of a dichotomy here. He's a defensive liability, but he's got 4 blocked shots.
With the exception of you try to do anything around the basket while he's there, but other than that, the Pacers have had an advantage. Quite the finish to this second quarter. Strong play by both teams.
Good finish by Milwaukee. The Pacers dominated for long stretches. On balance, you're giving it a thumbs up, some sideways, thumbs down.
Yeah, on balance, I give it a thumbs up. Again, you got arguably the best player in the game. You've tried to hold him to some reasonable numbers, although he's had a big first half. But Damian Lillard made a nice return. He'll take an 8-point lead.
And that's where we're at through 2 quarters. The Pacers have partnered with Kroger and the Indiana Diaper Bank to collect diapers and wipes for families in need. You can donate at participating Kroger stores through May the 3rd. And then join us to pack the plaza before the Fever Dream game on May the 3rd. Learn more and donate at givebutter.com/Pacers Sports Entertainment Diaper Drive 2025. Through 2, the Pacers are up by 8. Stay with us when we return. We'll go courtside. Pat Boylan will have our halftime report. Through 2, it's the Indiana Pacers 68, the Milwaukee Bucks 60. You're listening to Pacers Playoff Basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Hey, Pacer fans, the Pacers are in the playoffs, and Moondrops Distillery is bringing you something big. Liquid Gold Moonshine, bursting with bright citrusy flavor and made with freshly squeezed lemons for that authentic State Fair taste. Now proudly representing an Indiana Pacers label. Pick up your very own Liquid Gold today at Moondrops Distillery in Fortville or at Central Indiana Kroger stores. Can't find it? Go to moondropsdistillery.com. Moondrops Distillery, proud partner of your Indiana Pacers.
Today we have 2 very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, I like it. So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip.
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Thanks for showing up, Indy. Nothing beats catching your Pacers IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you are catching the Pacers at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Pacers and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Pacers tickets today. There is no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Indy.
You know Unleaded 88 is engine smart and earth kind, but what does that mean really? Engine smart because Unleaded 88 burns cooler and cleaner with higher octane for superior performance at a great price. Earth kind because Unleaded 88 reduces toxic compounds in your fuel and burns more completely, reducing harmful emissions. That's good for our environment and our health. Engine smart, earth kind. 4 simple words to remember when you fill up. Choose Unleaded 88.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
The Pacers never trailed in the first half here of game number 2. They led by as many as 15. Their lead after 2 is 8, 68-60. Let's take a listen to the first half highlights.
Back comes Indiana. Siakam, handoff, right edge of the arc. Halliburton working about 30 feet out. Left-hand bounce, now moves it to the center of the floor. Lopez picks him up. Halliburton will try to take advantage. He blows by Lopez and sends it to the corner. 8-0 Pacers. Turner with a 3, and Milwaukee is reeling early, a minute and a half in. Loose ball in the Milwaukee forecourt. Turner stole it. At the other end, a right-hand slam for Siakam, and Milwaukee needs a timeout. A spectacular start. 4 minutes gone. First quarter. Pacers in front, 16-8. Turner hands to Halliburton. Faking the 3 is Nembhard. Now lets a long one go. It hits the back of the rim, the front of the rim, the backboard, and stays down after 1 in game 2. It's the Milwaukee Bucks trailing the Indiana Pacers 40-30. Pacers by 9. McConnell for a catch and shoot to Walker, and he hit out of the near corner. Walker continues his brilliant three-point shooting, and the Pacers are up by 12. 50-38 Indiana. With Mathurin left hand on top, giving to Halliburton, and now right back to Mathurin. 7:34 left in the quarter. Halliburton comes free on the right sideline and hits one from the sideline that's worth 3.
Again, directly attributed to the ball movement. It doesn't stop. It's not sticking in anyone's hands. Great flare screen by Turner. 3 ball by Halliburton.
Pacers have matched their largest lead at 53-38, 62-56. Just over 2 minutes to play in the half. Nembhard on the wing. Now retreats, moves forward down the right side, picks up the bounce, and a nifty bounce pass into the lane. Found Turner, who dunked it through 2. It's the Indiana Pacers 68, the Milwaukee Bucks 60.
After tonight's game, the series continues into Milwaukee. Game 3 is on Friday, 8 o'clock tip, 7:30 Kroger pregame show. Game 4, Sunday in Milwaukee. A little later, stay up with us. A 9 o'clock Kroger pregame show for a 9:30 tip. Game 5 will be back in Indianapolis if necessary. The time for that game still to be determined. You can purchase tickets for any potential home games at Pacers.com/tickets. It's Indiana by 8 through 2 of Game 2. First half stats are next on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Be part of something bigger with a career at Nucor. When you join our organization, you become part of a team that makes an impact on people's lives, communities, and the environment. Join us to forge deep bonds with teammates, get the freedom to activate your ideas, and gain the stability to build a lifelong career. Learn more at nucor.com/careers. That's nucor.com/careers. Come be a part of something bigger at Nucor. Nucor is an equal opportunity employer.
Breaking news, and this one is almost never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9 with IT. T&Cs apply.
Pacers Nation, game time is Zyber time. Introducing Zyber with X, a nationwide internet service provider born right here in Indy. Zyber is fast. We offer fiber or fixed wireless or both. As the official internet provider of the Pacers, Zyber delivers championship speeds with style, making your internet seamless and worry-free with speeds up to 10 gigabits per second. Zyber is your surprisingly likable internet service, Indy. Follow our pace at Zyber.com. That's Zyber.com.
Health insurance companies are expected to carry health benefits, but CareSource does so much more. We look beyond doctors' offices and hospitals to see the challenges that face our members. Then we help them achieve not just better health, but better lives. Along with healthy Indiana plan benefits, we help our members find stable jobs, housing, childcare, and rides so they can find greater independence. At CareSource, we're removing barriers. We're improving lives. We're reimagining health insurance.
Halftime from Gamebridge Fieldhouse of game number 2 of round 1 of the playoffs. The Pacers have a 1-0 series lead, and they've got an 8-point halftime lead, 68-60. I'm Pat Boylan. Here are those first half stats. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 14 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. He's 6 of 10 from the field. He's taken only 2 free throws, and he made both. Remember, he went 8 of 15 from the line in game number 1. So the Pacers haven't been as successful in getting him there here so far tonight. Damian Lillard is back, and he had 11 points in the first half, 8 for Brook Lopez in 11 minutes. Prince had 3. Kuzma finally on the board. He had 4 points, knocked down a couple free throws, and hit a bank shot just before halftime. Bobby Portis, though, has been effective off the bench. 14 points in 13 minutes, 2 for Gary Trent Jr., 2 for Kevin Porter Jr. Jericho Sims played 5 minutes, didn't score. A.J. Green played 7 minutes, didn't score. Neither of those two shot the ball. And a few days after Milwaukee scored just 98 points in game number 1, they've got a 60-point first half on 51% shooting. 54% from 3. They're 9 of 11 from the foul line. All those numbers Rick Carlisle probably doesn't love. However, despite it all, his Pacers have an 8-point lead at halftime. And Tyrese Halliburton has been excellent. 16 points and 7 assists for Halliburton. Miles Turner with 11. 9 for Nesmith, 8 for Siakam to go along with 7 rebounds. Nembhard has 5 points and 4 assists in the first half. Benedict Mathurin with 10 off the bench. 4 for McConnell, 3 for Walker. 2 for Toppin. Thomas Bryant played 4 minutes, didn't take a shot, so he didn't score. The Pacers shooting 50% from the field, 47% from 3. Both of those numbers just a shade under where Milwaukee is. Both teams have hit 9 free throws. The Pacers haven't missed. They're 9 of 9. The two teams are even on the glass, 21-21. So where do the Pacers have their 8-point advantage? They've got it in the turnover margin, where Milwaukee's turned it over 7 more times, and the Pacers have 8 more points off of the turnover in a game where Indiana leads by 8, 68-60. We'll take a look around the NBA next on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
What if healthcare worked for everyone? What if your health was measured by more than your vital signs? What if zucchini and kale were as accessible as burgers and fries? What if AI helped doctors to know what your body will do before you do? We aren't just asking these questions. With our health plans and services, we're taking steps to address them. Elevance Health, where health can go. Learn more at elevancehealth.com.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
whoa, my kid's got a serious backhand,
can lead to an even bigger question like,
tennis campus how much?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you to help you build a savings plan for expenses big and small so your money can make money. Mike, how's that sound?
Sounds like match point.
Sounds like love.
We could serve up tennis puns all day.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
Postseason dunks, threes, buzzer beaters. There's so much NBA happening. I gotta keep up.
Whoa, take it easy there. There's a better way to NBA. All playoffs long.
Wait, really?
With the NBA app, you get real-time stats and scores for every playoff matchup. Witness playoff drama as it unfolds.
Seriously?
Catch every bucket all in one place, all for free.
Where have you been all my life?
There's a better way to NBA. Download the app today. Available on the Google Play, Apple app, and Android stores.
The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. When it comes to investing, Gamebridge is doing the same. Their online platform does things differently by putting you in control, so you can invest on your own terms and grow your savings over time. It's a better way to invest, because it's investing your way. Get started today with as little as $1,000 at Gamebridge.io. Gamebridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
The Pacers lead the Bucks 68-60 at halftime from Gamebridge Fieldhouse of game number 2. I'm Pat Boylan. Here's what's happening elsewhere. Oklahoma City, who dominated game number 1, has an 11-point lead over Memphis mid-second quarter, 49-38. At 10 o'clock, Minnesota, who stole game 1 in Los Angeles, tries to get game 2 against the Lakers. Minnesota and LA tip at 10. Third quarter, Mark Boyle and Eddie Gill next on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
She's worked hard. We're so proud to drop her off at her dream school.
We've grown so much. This new location will be a dream for our business.
With this dream gym at home, the whole family can get stronger together.
Forum Credit Union helps you save, share, and grow for the moments you dream about. Learn about becoming a member and our services at forumcu.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal Opportunity Lender. NMLS number 469848.
Better Water starts with a free water analysis from C&J Water, the official water treatment partner of the Indiana Pacers and Indiana Fever. From hard water solutions to pure, great-tasting drinking water, C&J Water is committed to helping you enjoy better water in every glass, load of laundry, and shower. Schedule your free water analysis today at cnjwater.com and discover how much better your water can be. C&J Water, local, trusted, and now the choice of the Indiana Pacers and Fever.
Hey Pacers fans, by saying yes to organ donation, you're choosing to give the gift of life, an incredible way to make a lasting difference even after you're gone. It's a powerful decision that offers hope to those waiting on the National Transplant Waiting List for a life-saving organ. Join your Pacers in supporting organ donation and get the heart on your driver's license. If more people say yes to being an organ donor, more lives can be saved. Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to learn more and share your decision with your family.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. T&Cs apply.
Pacers have never trailed. They were up by 15. Milwaukee closed and cut it to 8. And that's where we are as the third quarter begins. Good first half for the Pacers, Eddie. You talked about that earlier. On the other hand, nice job by the Bucks to avoid getting in too disadvantageous a position. You don't want to be down, but down 8 at the half is a nice recovery for them.
Yeah, I recall it was about 12-point advantage Pacers with about 4.5 remaining when I made the comment of, it was a critical piece to that second quarter, and it could have gone to 20. It got to single digits, and the Bucks were able to get it there, but still remains 8 here for the Pacers.
Third quarter begins. Indiana left to right. Original starters are out for both teams. The Pacers play in white tonight. Blue, black, and yellow numerals, letters, and trim. And the third quarter starts with a pass out to the left edge where Nesmith grabs it from Siakam and hits a three.
In an attempt to shoot them out of that 2-3 zone. Again, this apparently is their way to try to protect Brook Lopez and keep him at the basket.
All 4 of Nesmith's field goals have been three-pointers. The lead back to double figures. 71-60, Milwaukee's first possession. They play in the green with the white numerals, letters, and trim. Left of the lane, Antetokounmpo comes into the lane, and Turner got his shot. Ball wound up on the far corner, and by the time they could get a shot off, the shot clock violation gives the ball back to Indiana. I thought Turner blocked it, but apparently not. It just went into the corner, and they couldn't get a shot off.
Yeah, he tried to spray it out there into that far side corner, but great job of getting out to the three-point shooter and forcing the shot clock violation.
Pacers have a huge advantage in turnovers. They've committed 4 while forcing 12. They lead by 11. Turner to Halliburton, driving from the left side, shovels it down low, left of the rim. Siakam converts.
Guess who they put in action?
Let me see. Would that be 11?
Once again.
73-60. Lillard to Lopez. Lopez had 4 blocked shots and did score 8 points in the first half. Lillard down the left side of the lane, bouncing it into the lane. Antetokounmpo left of the goal, and he's fouled. Looked like Siakam got him, and if so, that would be his second. Antetokounmpo, who went to the line 15 times in Game 1, has only gone twice so far tonight, but he's on the line shooting 2 here. C&J Water, the official water treatment partner of the Indiana Pacers. Schedule your free water analysis today at cnjwater.com. In the first half, Antetokounmpo with 14 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. He ended the regular season with 5 straight double-doubles. Picked up another in Game 1 of this series. There, you can hear the crowd counting it down again. And the foul shot is good. 3 of 3 from the line, 15 points. Milwaukee, 10 of 12 from the line. The Pacers have been perfect. They're 9 of 9.
The Pacers have done a much better job of trying to play him early on in possessions. And when he's at the rim being able to foul, clearly had his 14 points, but they were able to slow him down a little bit in terms of getting to the free throw line.
He made the first. And he rolls in the second. 16 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Two others, Portis with 14 and Lillard with 11 in double figures. The Pacers have 4 in double figures, led by Halliburton with 16. 10:34 left in the quarter, and out at the edge of the arc, the Pacers turned the ball over for just the 5th time. An offensive foul has been called on Siakam. That's his second.
Yeah, they try to get to their ball screen action between Nembhard and Siakam. Nembhard leaves too early. That's actually on the guard. Got to stay there and wait. Let the screener get set first.
Lillard has it for Milwaukee. They're down 11, early third. High middle screen Lopez. Lillard drives to the left wing, and from there misses off the front of the rim. Rebound loose on the baseline. Lopez saved it, but Siakam has it. And here comes Nembhard, left to right in white. Driving down the middle of the lane, kicks it to the perimeter. It's a bad pass, and it's stolen. Prince is running with it to the other end. He laid it up too hard. Antetokounmpo couldn't control it either. And here comes Nesmith for Indiana. 2 minutes gone, third quarter. Pass down to Turner, left baseline, one bounce to the hoop, and he put it in.
Strong finish there. He's able to split the double team of Lillard and Antetokounmpo there.
75-62. Pacers up 13. Biggest lead, 15. Antetokounmpo up to Lillard, wide open. This time, though, he put it off the back of the rim, a 3 from left of center. Halliburton on the move for Indiana. To the top of the circle, drops it to Nembhard. He measures and hits a dead-on 3.
He took a sweet time with that one and knocks that 3 ball down and forces another timeout here as they push it to 16.
Pacers have their biggest lead of the night. They start the second half with a 10-2 run, and they're in front by 16. When the Pacers win, bring a friend to Penn Station East Coast Subs. Just text BOGO to 727-722. By 10 o'clock the morning after a Pacer win, you'll get a buy one, get one free coupon to use in store the next day. Visit pacers.com/Penn Station for full details. 2.5 minutes gone, third quarter. The Pacers are up 16. You're listening to Pacers playoff basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger for mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. And no matter what tasty choice you make, our low prices add up to big savings. Plus, you get over $600 in digital coupons each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump and points. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Now you can call every shot when it comes to investing because Gamebridge's easy online platform puts you in control of your own financial future. Choose trusted products, invest on your own terms with as little as $1,000, and watch your savings grow over time with reliable returns. You make the choices, you make the calls. So no matter what, you're always in the lead. Get started today at Gamebridge.io. Gamebridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
You saw and heard what happened in the Pacers game, but what didn't you see? Everything that happens on the court is influenced by what's going on off it. And only Indy Star Pacers insider Dustin DePierac is going to give you that story.
Only Indy Star has the Pacers covered every day from every angle. It's not just about the X's and O's. I'll get you behind the scenes, whether it's a hidden reason for the Pacers' success or something you might not want to hear about after a loss. If you want to know what's happening with the Pacers, you can only get the full story from Indy Star.
They don't call it Sailor Jerry's spiced rum for nothing. We make our rum in the name of Norman Sailor Jerry Collins, father of the old school tattoo. You've seen them before, bright, bold, and filled with meaning. As an independent spirit, he lived his life all in, the way we approach making our rum now. Still made the old school way, 92 proof, with all natural spices and flavors. This is a solid drink, no matter how you like it. Respect his legacy. Drink Sailor Jerry responsibly.
2.5 minutes gone, third quarter. Splendid start to the third quarter, a 10-2 run. And the Pacers have their largest lead of the night at 78-62. With Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. We're high above courtside. Let's go back down to the floor and Pat Boylan.
Well, the Pacers controlled Game 1 despite it being the worst shooting playoff game of Tyrese Halliburton's career. The Pacers guard had 12 assists, but he was just 3 of 13 from the field. And he said after the game that just shows the firepower and the depth of the Pacers offense, which put up 117 points despite all of that. Well, Halliburton shooting well tonight, 6 of 10 from the field. He's knocked down a couple of threes, 16 points and 9 assists. And this Pacers offense, will they end up with this many? We'll see, but right now on pace for 141 points.
Milwaukee will bring it the length. Neither team substituted during the first time out of the third quarter. 4 of the 5 Pacers starters are in double figures, and the 5th, Nembhard, has 8. Lillard takes the inbound, gives it to Antetokounmpo, and he'll move it right to left through the logo and into the forecourt. Siakam waits for him at the top of the three-point arc. Lillard has it right side, bounce to the left edge. Prince launches a 3, and that's perfect. Prince has been quiet, had a 3 early, another 3 now. Didn't score at all in Game 1, but Eddie, you've got to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, Halliburton went for a steal there, and it cost him. He didn't come up with it.
He got the 3 back, though. Dead on off the bounce up top.
Yeah, but and he and Rick Carlisle made eye contact on the way down. Don't go for that steal unless you get it.
81-65. Lillard sends it to the right edge of the arc. Lopez trying to take advantage of his size. Backing in on Nembhard. Now Turner comes over to harass. Back outside to Lillard. 5 to shoot. Left edge to Kuzma. Into the lane with authority. Left to right, finishing with a right hand. Good play, Kuzma. He's got 6. They're down 14. 8.5 to go, third quarter. Right edge of the arc. Nembhard moves it to the center of the floor. Picks up the dribble, goes to Nesmith. Now Nesmith back to Nembhard, directly on top. Working the bounce down the left side. Pulls up on the foul line and didn't get the bounce off the front of the rim. Antetokounmpo has 10 rebounds, and here he comes. Moving to the top of the circle, gives to Lopez, right back to Antetokounmpo. He's about 20 feet out into the lane, and Lopez had Turner buried under the rim. And as Lopez caught the return pass from Antetokounmpo, Turner wrapped him up and fouled him. That's 2 on Turner. And the ball will come in from the side. Team fouls, 2 Indiana, none Milwaukee. Shot clock at 14. Kuzma will play it in. Free throw line extended. Gets it in, takes it back, and launches a 3 out of the corner. It's off target. Now here comes Halliburton for Indiana. Moving the dribble to the right edge. Penetrates the arc down to the baseline, across the lane, right to left, and he threw it away, putting it right into Prince's hands. Prince is outnumbered, and as he mulls over his options coming into the forecourt, the frenetically sprinting Nembhard caught him from behind and poked his dribble out of bounds.
Yeah, great job. Extra effort just getting back into the play. This is a 2-on-1 fast break for the Bucks, and Nembhard's able to trail him and poke that ball out of bounds.
Plenty of shot clock, 20. Ball comes inside, and that's a foul. Antetokounmpo caught it at the rim. He wants a flagrant foul, and he was wrapped up around the shoulders. The officials are going to review it, I think.
Yeah, looks like they are. And Nesmith, initially didn't make a play on the ball, and he just wraps him up. You're right around the shoulders there. And
all right. Gives us a chance to renew our replay rivalry for those that...
The ruling on the play is a defensive foul on Naismith. The play's under review to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
During the regular season, I was at 97.42%, followed closely by Pat at 3.68% and Eddie at 1.92%. I am going to start, since I am the reigning champion, I am going to say that's a flagrant one.
I'm having a hard time participating after I just heard these numbers.
Well, I understand that you're discouraged by your poor performance, but please, the playoffs, we start fresh.
Yeah, this is true. I mean, the story of my career, I had to just hang in. So I guess I'll try now. I'm going to go with, I'll go with the flagrant one.
Pat?
I am going to say common foul. He does get his hand up there by his neck, which if it is a flagrant will be the reason. There's no wind-up impact or follow-through, though. So I think this is right on the borderline. It'll be interesting to see what Zach Zarba comes up with.
Well, the call on the floor was just a common foul. They're still looking at it, though.
Yeah, we're just getting random boos with nothing going on.
We don't even know why we're booing, but we're booing.
It just feels right now. Oh, man.
Zach has decided what he's going to do. He'll confer with his associates.
I like how he pulls his towel out when he talks to him, and he pats himself down before he goes back to the table.
Well, yeah, he's going to look at it again now.
Yeah.
And that alone will bring more boos. If officials get to a certain point where they just don't even hear the booing anymore. It's just part of the landscape. They just ignore it.
Yeah, right along with the complaints from the players, maybe.
Yeah, here we go.
After review, the contact by Naismith was there was no wind-up, impact, or follow-through. Therefore, common foul stands.
So Eddie and Pat went flagrant. I went common. Oh, wow.
Now we see how you're at 97.42%.
Listen, we're in the day and age. You can just, whatever you say it is, it is.
No, I was wrong. I was wrong. I thought it was going to be a shooting foul, but it's not. Ball in from the side. 20 on the shot clock. Milwaukee down 14, under 8 to go third quarter. Ball is in. Antetokounmpo has it up top. He'll shovel it to Lillard. Lillard in his first game back goes near sideline. Lopez missed a three. Rebound controlled in the lane by Antetokounmpo, but he lost it, and Naismith sends it ahead to Halliburton. Halliburton in a crouch, moves it across the timeline. Now comes to the edge of the three-point arc. Right hand, feeds right side. Turner further out Siakam. Shot clock at 10. Siakam to the right sideline. Halliburton about 35 feet away. Played by Lopez. Drives. He's coming in right side, and his floater just a tad strong. Rebounded by Kuzma. Indiana by 14, 7:13 left in the third. Kuzma attacking, driving, left side, left hand finish.
Sheer determination there. He turned the quarter with mean intentions.
After a poor game one, he has contributed for them here in game two. At the other end, Lillard tagged with a reach-in foul against Nembhard, and he is going to complain to Zach Zarba about it.
Well, the foul isn't the complaint. The complaint is they're going to put Nembhard on the line for two after that, which...
Well, you can count me aligned with Mr. Lillard on this one.
No question. Yeah, I'm team Doc Rivers on this one and his complaints. That's what the fans are getting all excited, thinking that there should probably be a tech called after Rivers erupted. But yeah, that was one of the most...
yeah, that's really surprising.
Yeah.
Nembhard hits the first foul shot. Pacers perfect from the line. 10 of 10. Nembhard will be in double figures if he hits this one, and he does. So all five starters are in double figures, ranging from Halliburton at 19 to Siakam and Nembhard at 10. Indiana by 14, under 7 to play in the third quarter. Lopez on top against Turner. Lopez moves to his right, shovels it to Kuzma. Kuzma working right wing against Turner. Now crossover. That got him into the lane right in front. He is having a third quarter.
Yeah, he's determined right now.
That was a
wake-up
tough
call
shot.
after that game one.
That was a tough shot. And that cuts it to 12. Siakam on the wing now backs up. He's outside the arc. He's played by Lopez. He'll try to take advantage, and he will. Lopez fouled him as he came in left side.
Well, this is the problem that they have with him out there. Unless he's protecting the rim, he's a problem. They tried to hide him on Naismith with the matchups. They changed what the matchups were, but he gets switched off on Pascal Siakam, and he just attacks a hit and is able to draw the contact.
That's one thing. Now, if you say that you like college basketball better than pro basketball, okay, no argument. But that's one of the major differences. You can hide guys in the college game.
Yeah, you can hide them a lot easier than you can here in the pro game, because you have the ability to just put 2 or 3 guys standing in the lane the entire time to provide that help, but not so much here.
Not to mention the dramatic difference in skill level.
Well, the skill, the athleticism, the size, the strength. Everything is dramatically different.
Pacers still perfect at the line as Siakam drains 2. Pacers have been there 13 times and made them all. One of the reasons they're in front by 14. Bobby Portis Jr. is back in for Milwaukee. Lopez is out. Antetokounmpo gives it to Portis, right edge of the arc. And now Prince takes it to the top of the circle. From there, Antetokounmpo drives it right to the front of the goal and scores. He's got 18. Pacers by 12 halfway through the third. They were up by 8 at the half. Nembhard, center of the floor, Nesmith, and now to the far corner. Siakam dumps it into the lane, and that's another foul on Lillard. He knew that he had no chance, and so he simply reached out and hugged Turner as he tried to receive that pass.
Yeah, great job there by Turner creating that mismatch, which just sets the ball screen. He just rolls Lillard right into the paint, sits down, and tries to seal position.
Obi Toppin is in. Siakam is out. Pacers substitute for the first time in the third quarter with 5:59 to play. Nembhard has it off the inbound. Shot clock at 12. Driving, left hand, penetrates the arc. Comes down the side of the lane. Now backs up all the way to the sideline. Shot clock to 5. Finds his way to the baseline and hits a shot over Prince.
A tough step back. Turns to the bench and lets them hear a few words.
5.5 left in the third. The lead is back to 14. Both teams continue to shoot it well. Portis is wide open, but his three slams off the rim. Toppin rebounds. Here comes Indiana with Nembhard. Near corner, Halliburton. One bounce, and his three halfway down pops out. This leads to another rebound for Antetokounmpo, his 13th of the game. He brings it to the forecourt himself. Picks it up, left edge of the arc. Hands it off to Lillard. One bounce, and Lillard misses a three off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Toppin. Here comes Halliburton to the top of the circle. Picks up the dribble, and it winds up left sideline. From there, Nesmith attacks in the lane. Couldn't finish over Kuzma. Thought he was fouled, and the Bucks are on the move. Kuzma takes it to the hoop at the other end, and he slams it in off the glass.
Yeah, you called it. He's having himself a third quarter here between he and Giannis Antetokounmpo, giving the Bucks a chance to hang in the game.
He's got 8 of his 12 in the quarter, and the Pacers will take a timeout with 4:40 left. Their lead is 12. You are invited to 7 Brew Coffee in Indianapolis, May the 7th, at 7 o'clock for a special appearance by Indiana Fever rookies Kyla Timpson, Bree Hall, and Yvonne Egan. Enjoy refreshing coffee and meet the newest members of the Fever. The players are subject to change. 4:40 left in the third. Pacers up 12 on the Elements Health Radio Network.
In Indiana, we grow basketball and soybeans. Just like the first bushel baskets used to create the game of basketball, we are growing bushels of beans all across the state, which help drive the Indiana economy, create sustainable products, and of course create a sustainable source of food. Meet the people behind the family farms across the state at indianasoybean.com. This message was funded by Indiana's soybean farmers and their checkoff.
If you want a tire shop that doesn't feel like your ordinary tire shop, then you need to meet Tire Man. Bell Tire. Good point, Tire Man. Tire Man works at Bell Tire. He's part tire, part man, all heart. Bell Tire. Right, Tire Man. We repair flats for free at Bell Tire. And as Tire Man just said, we actually care about our customers. We're not your ordinary tire shop because we're changing tires. Bell Tire.
Hi, this is Archie Manning. After years of playing football, I've learned to listen to my body. These days, that includes listening for signs of heart problems like chest discomfort or feeling tired from doing simple activities. The expert team of heart specialists at Ascension St. Vincent has made it the st hospital for cardiac care in Indiana. So when you need care for your heart, contact the winning team at ascension.org/St. Vincent Heart.
Today we have 2 very special guests on our program, introducing Lem and Lime.
Hello.
For Starry Lemon Lime Soda.
Thanks for having us.
What is Starry Lemon Lime Soda?
It's a crisp, clear burst of lemon lime flavor, and it's caffeine-free.
Between us, one of you must be a little more important to Starry than the other. Who is it?
We're both important.
So it could just as easily be Starry Lime Lemon Soda.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Oh, I like it.
So you saying hip-hop could be hop-hip?
Works for me.
Starry Lemon Lime Soda. Starry hits different.
Pacers led by 10 at the quarter, 8 at the half. They've led by as many as 16, and they have never trailed. 4:40 left in the third quarter, game 2. Indiana leads by 12. With Eddie Gill, I'm Mark Boyle. Here's Pat Boylan.
One other game going on right now. It's Oklahoma City and Memphis. Those two faced off on Sunday. Oklahoma City won by 51 in a game where they led by as many as 56. Now, relatively, today going better for Memphis. but it's not going well. The Thunder lead at halftime 70-52 of Game 2 of the 1-versus-8 series out west.
Here, the Pacers lead the Bucks 87-75. Game 3 in Milwaukee Friday night. Game 4 in Milwaukee Sunday night. And if a Game 5 is needed, we're back here 1 week from tonight at a time to be determined. Out of the timeout, the Pacers play with Toppin, Halliburton, Nembhard, Turner, and Nesmith. Milwaukee goes with Lillard, Portis, Kuzma, Antetokounmpo, and Trent. Shot clock at 16. Ball will come in from the near side. Nembhard from the hash mark sends it to the top. Halliburton goes to work, driving it on Trent. He's in the lane with a left hand, and he scoops it off the right-hand glass.
Tough finish, change of direction, change of pace, impeccable.
Halliburton 3 of 13 in Game 1, 8 of 14 here in Game 2. Open 3 up top, and Portis nails a line drive three-point jumper. That's his third 3. He has scored 17 points. Indiana by 11, 4:13 left in the third quarter. Nembhard has it, walking to the center of the floor, straddling the arc. Portis is on it. Shot clock at 10. He drives to the right, now back to the left. Can't escape Portis. Finally gives it up on top, and Turner with a rainbow 3 that's rebounded by Portis. 3 minutes, 56 seconds left third quarter. Milwaukee down 11. Pass into the lane, an easy 2. As Antetokounmpo caught it near the rim and simply finished off of the Lillard assist. 20 for Antetokounmpo. They're back to within 9. They've been no closer than 6 since the first quarter. Here's Nesmith bouncing once, thought about a 3. It winds up near side. Toppin fakes the 3. Drives by Lillard, gets into the lane, hangs in the air, and finishes with a left hand off the glass. Beautifully done, and it's back to double figures at 91-80. Lillard has it. 3:18 to go in the third. He's out near the timeline, left side of the floor. Collides with Turner and throws it away. Toppin is fouled as he tries to move into the open court. He had taken the ball up near the top of the three-point arc, and as he tried to head to the other end, Portis picked up what I think we would agree was a pretty good foul because the Pacers were headed for the hills.
Yeah, Obi Toppin was going to put on a show on the other end, but going back to that ball screen defense, you couldn't play that any better between Nembhard and Turner, forcing that turnover, and Obi Toppin read it perfectly. He's able to come in there and intercept that pass.
Both teams substituting during the dead ball. Benedict Mathurin, Siakam, and TJ McConnell are all in for the Pacers. They'll play with Halliburton. McConnell will bring it up the floor. Toppin is the 5th man out there. A.J. Green is back out for Milwaukee. Will set their 5 when they get the ball. Pacers lead by 11. Halliburton with a 3 off the bounce from the left side. It skips off the rim. Portis with the rebound. He's playing with Antetokounmpo. Green, Porter. There's a foul on the way to the goal, and they're going to give Antetokounmpo continuation. As he lays it off the glass, he's on the line with a chance for a 3-point play.
Yeah, saw that coming. Anytime he catches a long rebound, there's got to be 5 white jerseys in the paint. Otherwise, this is probably going to be the result.
And it brings up a point here. Generally, Antetokounmpo has had many wall-to-wall dashes against the Pacers, but in these playoffs so far, they've done a pretty good job preventing that.
They've done a great job of, when he sees it there, you know, he makes the right decision to move the basketball, but if he sees just a glimmer of hope or sunshine there in the lane, he's going to take full advantage, and that time they were not back and loaded to the paint.
Antetokounmpo on the line. A perfect 4 of 4 as part of his 22-point night. He's also got 14 rebounds, 5 assists, and here comes the countdown again. As usual, he's very deliberate, and this time he missed. Siakam rebounds. Both teams will be in the penalty on their next fouls. 2:47 left in the third. Siakam gives it up to McConnell on top. The Pacers lead 91-82. Shot clock at 10. McConnell still way outside the arc. Now drives down the right side, gets to the baseline. Green is on top of him. Bounce out to Walker, 3 to shoot. Here's a Walker 3 off the front of the rim. Rebound slapped to the sideline and saved from going out of bounds by Portis. Porter has it for Milwaukee. 2:20 left in the third. Porter looks inside, nothing there. Sends it to the top, now takes it back from Portis, lets a three go. Back rimmed it, uncontested rebound Walker, and the Pacers head for the other end. They lead by 9 with 2:08 to play in the third. McConnell bouncing right edge of the arc. Siakam attacking Green. He'll go glass and put it in right side.
Great job. It's a great two-man game between McConnell and Siakam. They get the switch they want, and Siakam attacks Green.
Lead back to double figures, 93-82. A minute 50 left in the third quarter. Antetokounmpo storms down the middle and dunks it with a right hand.
Well, there it is again. You don't load to it. He's going to get there and finish.
He's got 24, but they trail by 9. McConnell on the right sideline against Portis. Sends it up top. Siakam there, moving it with the dribble to the left side. Sends it to the sideline. Toppin back to Siakam, 8 to shoot. Driving from perimeter left. Gets to the foul line. Antetokounmpo is on him. He got into the lane and a beautiful pass down low to the unguarded Mathurin for a layup.
Fantastic pass here by Siakam.
11-point lead again. Porter attacking, hopping into the lane. He could not complete the play. McConnell has it. He's racing to the other end. The Pacers looking for a quick one. Walker in the corner, sends it to the other side of the floor. Nice catch by Siakam. That ball almost sailed out of bounds. Shot clock at 10, under a minute to go in the third. Portis defends. Siakam drives. He'll put it up off the glass. And he's on the line, shooting 2.
Good attack there, and nice strong finish. We got 54 remaining in this third.
10 seconds here, network station identification. You're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network. Siakam shooting 2, Indiana leading by 11. The WNBA All-Star Game comes to Indianapolis in July. You can find out about tickets, volunteer opportunities, and event information by visiting WNBAAllStar2025.com. Pacers remain perfect from the line as Siakam hits the first. He is 5 of 5. Indiana as a team is 14 of 14. The lead is 12. We're in the final minute of the third quarter. Siakam has 15 points and a team high 8 rebounds. Made the second one as well. Pacers by 13, under a minute to go in the third. Antetokounmpo in no hurry will stroll into the front court. Crossing through that logo at center court. Siakam waits for him at the top of the three-point arc. Their shot clock is down to 10. Siakam now being harassed by McConnell. Got it to Green. Catch and shoot 3. Back rim. Long rebound. Siakam. 33 seconds left in the third. That leaves about 12 seconds between game and shot clocks. McConnell holds the ball in the crook of his right arm, standing on the logo at center court. Now he'll start bouncing with a right hand. Shot clock at 8. Moving to his right, penetrates the arc, pulls up right of the lane and misses. Got his own rebound, sent it to Walker. Down to 12 seconds to go. Maybe a second between game and shot clocks. Siakam on the logo, drives on Portis, down the left side with a right-hand scoop. 15-point lead. Porter got to the other end, beat the clock, and hit a 3 from up top as the third quarter draws to a frantic close. With the score, the Indiana Pacers 99, the Milwaukee Bucks 87. You're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365.
Never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Indiana. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. T&Cs apply.
Good communications is key to any winning team. When it comes to business communications, your customers and vendors need to communicate with you from a variety of devices. Gibson Teldata provides unified communication solutions to over 3,000 organizations, including the Indiana Pacers, Fever, and Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Unified Communications lets your team communicate using a variety of platforms from a single interface. Visit bgibson.com or call 317-298-2945. Gibson Teldata is a proud partner of the Indiana Pacers.
Welcome to the NBA playoffs. The moment we've all been waiting for is here.
The fans now on the edge of their seats.
It's time to stay locked in to every single moment. Because you never know when history will be made. When it's win or go home, every moment matters. So don't miss a thing. NBA playoffs presented by Google continues on ABC, ESPN, TNT, and NBA TV.
Thanks for showing up, Indy. Nothing beats catching your Pacers IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you are catching the Pacers at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Pacers and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Pacers tickets today. There is no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Indy.
Hey, this is Tyrese Halliburton, and you're listening to Pacers Basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Well, Kevin Porter Jr. hits a three to end the third quarter buzzer, but the third quarter in totality advantage Pacers, where they outscored the Bucks 31-27 in the third. Indiana's lead after three is 99-87. All five starters already in double figures. Tyrese Halliburton pacing Indiana with 21 points and 10 assists. As for the Bucks, you guessed it, Giannis Antetokounmpo, 24 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 assists through three. I'm Pat Boylan. Let's go back upstairs. Here are Mark Boyle and Eddie Gill with the floor.
Milwaukee will have the ball. Jericho Sims in for the first time this half. Porter stays in, so does Green. They'll also play with Portis and Trent. The Pacers go with Mathurin, Thomas Bryant in for the first time this half. Siakam, Walker, and McConnell, Milwaukee in green. White numerals, white letters and trim. The Pacers are in the white with the blue, black, and yellow. Complementary colors. And the fourth quarter will begin with Indiana leading by 12. Milwaukee has not led. And through the first two games of this series, 84 minutes of playing time, they've led for a grand total of 1 minute and 43 seconds. They've got the ball to start the fourth, and here comes Milwaukee right to left. On top, Portis hands it off to Porter. Porter runs into his own man, Sims, works it to the right side of the floor. Green drives it to the foul line, jump shot front rim, rebound knocked out of bounds into the Indiana bench. And the Pacers will get the ball for the first time in the fourth quarter with 18 seconds gone.
Yeah, nice job there by T.J. McConnell, chasing A.J. Green, running him off the three-point line, and is able to contest the two-point pull-up.
McConnell will move it ahead. And he crosses right of the logo. Green is on McConnell. Leisurely right-hand bounce. Now skips it into the corner. Catch and shoot three. Mathurin off target. This is Portis rebounding. And he gets it ahead to Porter. Porter hands it off right edge of the arc. Trent working one-on-one with Walker. Now dumps it to the left edge of the arc. Porter has it there. Porter drives it right hand into the lane. Fade as he crosses the lane. Nice jump shot, Porter, right of the lane. 7 for Porter. They're within 10. We're in the first minute of the fourth quarter. McConnell has it right baseline. Into the corner. Now drives it right back across that baseline. Up and under, right to left.
Wow. That was a tough finish there over Jericho Sims.
The lead is 12, just over a minute gone, fourth quarter. Porter attacking, hands it off, and it winds up on top. Sims relays it left edge. Trent goes to the wing. Portis has it as McConnell falls down, and he hits the jump shot from the wing. Portis has had a nice night with 19 points. And he has connected on 8 of his 14 shots. They're back to within 10 with McConnell driving right side and then dealing it up top. It's in the hands of Bryant, who gives it to Walker. Walker, edge of the arc, driving on Sims. A shot off the back of the rim, contested by Sims. There's a loose ball foul in the lane. It's against Green, as he was unable to deal with Bryant.
Yep, that's just great work by Bryant. This relentless pursuit of that offensive rebound. A.J. Green has no choice but to wrap him up.
We've talked many, many times this season about rebounding. The Pacers have been one of the worst rebounding teams in the league, but they out-rebounded the Bucks by 2 in Game 1, and they've only been out-rebounded by 1 in Game 2.
Yeah, just stay competitive in that aspect of the game, and off the time it's going to yield good results.
Ball in, Mathurin with it. 10:20 left in the fourth. Mathurin driving down the left side. He stumbles to the goal, puts up a prayer. No response. Lillard takes it the other way. Left of the logo to the edge of the arc. A step back three near sideline. Negative. Weak side rebound. McConnell and Sims battle for it. McConnell was able to knock it away from Sims, and Siakam came up with it. Now McConnell pulls up left side, dumps it to the top, and Siakam hits a three. McConnell with excellent excellent plays at both ends.
Absolutely. Great work on the rebounding, and then is able to come up with a nice pass, freeing up Siakam for the three.
104-91. Trent goes to work, pulling up right side, missing over Nembhard. Offensive rebound, Sims, but he fumbled it. Siakam picks it up. Siakam on the move. In the lane, runs into Bryant, hands him the ball, and they work it out to McConnell, who attacks in the lane. The pull-up off the front of the rim from the dotted half circle. Pacers by 13. Porter rebounds and brings it for Milwaukee. Left edge, right hand, still outside the arc. Now gets to the foul line, down the left side of the lane, and he puts it in. Porter with some nice work.
Wow, made a seemingly impossible shot go. Playing one-on-one there.
Pacers up 11, and now an offensive foul off the ball as Bryant, right of the lane, steamrolled Lillard and is called for an offensive foul. One of the differences in the game, the turnovers. Indiana just 8, Milwaukee 16.
And steamrolled is accurate description there. Just a little too aggressive in terms of trying to seal him in the paint.
9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Here comes Porter again. He's been dangerous. This time, though, he'll send it outside. He got Trent a wide-open three, which he couldn't take advantage of. But the rebound to Kuzma, he floats into the near corner and misses a three. Bryant gives the ball to McConnell. And now behind the play, we have a whistle and a foul on Porter.
They're going to review.
Or was it a technical foul?
They're going to review that. But he essentially just grabbed Thomas Bryant as he tried to release to get out on the transition offense.
This comes with 8:45 to play. At minimum, it's a foul on Porter. Maybe we'll get a replay.
Fans will take this opportunity to heckle Bobby Portis, who had nothing to do with that play.
Well, they just showed it up on the big screen. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I saw it live. He just tried to grab him. So I'm not sure if they're going to call this a flagrant or not. I don't even think Bobby Portis is in the game.
It doesn't matter. If you're arch enemy number one, you're arch enemy number one. That's it.
Oh, that is so good.
You don't have to be in the game.
The ruling on the floor is a personal foul on Porter Jr. The play is under review to see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
Well, I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I didn't really have a take on it. Did you think it was flagrant? Here it is. Let's see. He fell down.
Yeah, he tries to grab his and just essentially tried to trip him there. Slow motion, it doesn't look like much, but
I would say that's there's 0% chance that's flagrant.
Yeah.
Definitely a foul, though.
That is fantastic.
Well, which one of the Pacers do you think will be the target of the Milwaukee fans? It's got to be Halliburton, I suppose.
I would say Halliburton, yes.
They are reviewing this at center court. The Pacers are up 11 with 8:45 to play.
Yeah, to that end, best believe someone will be targeted and harassed in similar fashion.
This comes with 8:45 to play. Pacers have never trailed. Wire-to-wire wins, and for that matter, wire-to-wire losses. Not all that common. During the regular season, the Pacers had 3 wire-to-wire wins and 2 wire-to-wire losses. In other words, a game that started, you scored first, and the other team never tied or took the lead.
Quick correction. Bobby Portis is in the game, but he
wasn't involved in the play.
He was on the other side of the floor. I think Siakam had gone down on the floor on his own.
Look at that. Every time after he's done reviewing, you pointed it out, he takes that handkerchief, Zach Zarba, out of his pocket, mops his brow, discusses his findings with his colleagues, and then comes over and gives us a ruling.
Yes. I appreciate his hygiene, maintenance.
Let me ask you this. You had him in the D-League, right?
Yes.
Could you tell when he was in the D-League that he was going to be a good official?
I liked him then, as much as you can like an official as a player.
Yeah.
I always thought he was fair. He was consistent on both ends of the floor, professional, all the things you want in an official.
He's gone back to the monitor. Now, I wonder if he's, after looking at it again, if he's going to take the headset off and then bring that kerchief out again. That's nope, not this time. He's going to speak to Rick Carlisle before he speaks to us.
After After review, the action by Porter Jr. grabbing the heel and the foot of Thomas Bryant was deemed unsportsmanlike and unnecessary. It's been upgraded to a flagrant foul penalty 1. It's also a transition take foul. A transition take foul flagrant, therefore anybody can shoot 2. Pacers get the ball sideline out of bounds. The action between Siakam and Portis off the ball did not rise to the level of unsportsmanlike, and no penalties are awarded on that play.
Well, I'm surprised.
That's a big call.
I'm not saying it's wrong, but I am surprised.
When you throw in the unsportsmanlike, it's certainly warranted.
And the way that ruling transpired, the Pacers can't send anyone to the line. You have to be in the game, and so it'll be Mathurin. Yeah, good choice. He's 11 for 11 in these 2 games.
It can't be any better.
The Pacers as a team are 15 of 15.
And Rick Carlisle and Zach Zarba still having a spirited discussion.
Mathurin hits. One more. 105 to 93.
That may be the play between Portis and Siakam that he may be arguing. I'm not sure if there's something actually did happen over there or not.
Mathurin again, and he made them both. Porter's out of the game. The Bucks are now playing with Lillard, Kuzma, Antetokounmpo, Portis, and Trent. The Pacers have Nembhard, Turner, McConnell, Siakam, and Mathurin. They lead by 13, 8:45 to go. Ball comes in far side. Free throw line extended. Full shot clock. Siakam takes it near the timeline, gives it to McConnell. McConnell waiting for Turner to screen, now bounces across court, takes it back from Nembhard, directly on top to the right edge of the arc. Nembhard returns to McConnell. Left side, Nembhard, outside the arc, right hand and now the left. Yo-yoing with the dribble, gives it to Turner, fakes the shot, 4 to shoot, step back, left side, perfect! Turner hits from out on the left side. It's 108-93. Turner with his first 2 points of the second half. Pacers by 15 with just over 8 minutes to go. Lillard got it to the top and then took it back from Kuzma. He'll go right edge. Trent has it there, 7 to shoot. They'll go to their best player, and Antetokounmpo takes it from the wing into the lane. Contact and a foul. First team foul against the Pacers. 8:02 to play in the 4th quarter. That is Siakam's 4th personal.
Yeah, Siakam's got his handfuls clearly, but the play is they're trying to wait for the bounce to go double team, but it's too late. The dribble he takes, he's already in the lane. And Siakam can do nothing but foul there.
He is 4 of 5 from the line and will shoot 2. He's got 24 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists. He had his best scoring game against the Pacers a couple of seasons back. He scored 64 in a game against Indiana in Milwaukee. And his foul shot here is off the back of the rim. So he made his first 4. He's now missed 2 straight, and he'll shoot 1 more. Nesmith and Halliburton are in. McConnell and Siakam are out. Mathurin also leaves. So it'll be Nembhard and Halliburton. Nesmith, Toppin, and Turner.
Give it up to the fans. They are letting Giannis hear it every single time. Here we go again.
He is ready with that second foul shot. And he made that. He leads all scorers with 25 points. But his team is down by 14 with 7:58 left in the 4th. Nembhard has it. Right edge of the arc. Picked up by Antetokounmpo. Mulling over his options. Still holding the dribble with a shot clock at 10. Now he'll give it up. Right sideline Halliburton. A 3 over Antetokounmpo is off target. Long rebound out near the foul line. Secured by Portis. Milwaukee has the ball. They're down 14 with 7:35 to play. Antetokounmpo comes off a screen from Portis. Hard down the left side, and he's right back on the line. Shooting 2.
Well, see, they get the screen there between Nesmith. Nesmith is guarding Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bobby Portis, who Turner is guarding, comes over and sets the screen. But Turner is kind of laid a step or 2 off. He just consumes all of that space and easily draws the foul.
He's got 2 coming here among his seemingly endless list of accomplishments. He is one of 6 players in the history of the NBA as he gets set to take the first of 2. Countdown is at 9. It's at 10. The shot is on the way, and it's good. He's one of 6 players in the history of the league to lead his team in scoring, rebounding, assists, steals, and blocks. in the same season. He did that in 16-17, the others to do it. You know, I don't even know why I mentioned that. Wilt's not on the list.
I was waiting for you to say Wilt. Yeah.
It's Dave Cowan, Scottie Pippen, Kevin Garnett, LeBron James twice, and Nikola Jokic.
Any of them from Wisconsin?
From Wisconsin?
Or Minnesota? Where are you all? Where's
No, none of them are from Minnesota. 7:31 left, timeout. 108.95. Pacers up 13 on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Now you can call every shot when it comes to investing because Gamebridge's easy online platform puts you in control of your own financial future. Choose trusted products, invest on your own terms with as little as $1,000, and watch your savings grow over time with reliable returns. You make the choices, you make the calls. So no matter what, you're always in the lead. Get started today at Gamebridge.io. Gamebridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
Be part of something bigger with a career at Nucor. When you join our organization, you become part of a team that makes an impact on people's lives, communities, and the environment. Join us to forge deep bonds with teammates, get the freedom to activate your ideas, and gain the stability to build a lifelong career. Learn more at nucor.com/careers. That's nucor.com/careers. Come be a part of something bigger at Nucor. Nucor is an equal opportunity employer.
What if healthcare worked for everyone? What if your health was measured by more than your vital signs? What if zucchini and kale were as accessible as burgers and fries? What if AI helped doctors to know what your body will do before you do? We aren't just asking these questions. With our health plans and services, we're taking steps to address them. Elevance Health, where health can go. Learn more at elevancehealth.com.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership is better than ever. Save up to $1,100 each year on gas, groceries, delivery fees, and streaming options. With double fuel points, unlimited free delivery, and exclusive savings for members, there's so much to love about Boost. Sign up for a Boost membership today. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Pacers have never trailed. They've led by as many as 16. They're up 13. 7:31 left in the fourth quarter. Let's go courtside to Pat Boylan.
Well, undeniably, Tyrese Halliburton's greatest skill set is getting his teammates involved, but the amount of points he scored has been really telling in Indiana's success level this year. They're slightly over a 500 team. This, of course, is counting the regular season when he's between 11 and 19. But when Halliburton gets to 20 points, the Pacers this year, 25-3. He's got the 10 assists, but he's also got the 21 points. The Pacers have a 13-point lead with 7:31 to go.
Out of the timeout, Indiana will play with Nembhard, Turner, Neesmith, Toppin, and Halliburton. Milwaukee with Trent, Portis, Kuzma, Lillard, and Antetokounmpo on the line. He's got one more coming. He is 6 of 8 from the line in this game. And he's got 26 points. .7:31 remaining. And the foul shot is off target. Rebounded by Top, and he made his first 4 tonight. Since then, he's gone 2 of 5. Pacers have the ball at a 13-point lead. 7:21 left in the fourth. Nembhard gives it up perimeter right. Neesmith. Turner holds it on the arc against Portis. Back to the center of the floor. Shot clock to 6. Nembhard puts it on the floor. Driving left side. Pulls up 15 feet out and drains it.
He has been so good in these first 2 games, and just love to see him get to his pull-up shot there.
The lead is 15 with under 7 minutes to play in game 2. Lillard lobs it inside, catching it and dunking it in front is Antetokounmpo, who now has 28. Lillard In his first game back, has 11 points and 5 assists. Indiana by 13, 6:43 to play. Halliburton centers it. Turner goes left side to Neesmith. Back to the right edge of the arc, Nembhard. He scored on the last possession. This time he gives it to Halliburton, who drives the baseline, sings it outside, open man, dead on, and Nembhard left a 3-ball short. Offensive rebound, Halliburton. He's 15 feet out right side, sends it across the lane to Neesmith, who takes it into the lane and scores from the dotted half circle.
I'll tell you what, you rarely say this, but it wasn't a great pass by Halliburton. And Neesmith did a terrific job of snagging that with one hand.
112-97. Portis wants 3, and he's got it from out on the right edge. He has had a very good game. He's got 22 points. His team, though, down by a dozen with half of the fourth quarter gone. Here comes Halliburton to the left side of the floor for Nembhard. Nembhard working the wing against Lillard. Up top to Neesmith. One bounce, a lob into the lane, slapped away from Turner, but he got it back. It winds up near corner, and Toppin hit a 3. Really good save on that possession by Turner.
Yes, it was. A nice extra pass by Halliburton. 3-ball in the corner by Toppin.
The lead is 15 with 5.5 left. Portis gives it to Lillard. Bouncing it back to Portis. He's had the hot hand tonight. This time, though, his 3 is off target. And Antetokounmpo rebounds and scores as he's fouled. He's got 30. He had 36 in game 1. Second in the league in scoring during the regular season at better than 30. And in his 67 appearances during the regular season, he scored 30 or more 40 times.
He is just so physically gifted. And he has a will and competitive spirit to match those gifts. He just put Neesmith under the basket.
They're down 13 with 5:25 to play. Antetokounmpo looking for a 3-point play, which he does not find. Turner with the rebound off of the miss. 5 minutes and 21 seconds remain. Indiana leads by 13. Halliburton right side arc to Toppin. Now center of the floor, Nembhard. Shot clock is down to 10. Nembhard moves to his left. Lillard's all over him, and now 2 all over him. Commits a foul.
That's how you do it. Great job there. Lillard was trying to pressure Nembhard. You beat pressure with pressure, just attacks him and draws the foul.
5 minutes and 8 seconds remain. That's the team's third. 14 on the shot clock. Pacers up by 13, and Halliburton will work it in. On top, Nembhard has the ball. He's on the logo. Now moves forward. Toppin sets a screen, slides away. Lillard picks up Nembhard. Top of the circle. Open man. Left edge. Halliburton, though, misses the 3. And it's rebounded by Antetokounmpo. 4 minutes and 51 seconds remain. Milwaukee down 13 and attacking in green right to left. Antetokounmpo, center of the floor off a Portis screen. Now he'll drive it and spin into the lane, and that's a goaltend on Turner.
He gets there just a second late there and for that block shot attempt.
1:15-104. Siakam up off of the bench, and he'll replace Toppin. And it looks like he'll have to wait for the next possession. So Toppin stays in the game as Siakam waits at the scorer's table with 4:41 to play. Pacers lead by 11. And Nembhard will work it into the forecourt. Walking it up. Hits the timeline. Lillard is there. Crossing with the right hand. He's right up against that timeline with 4.5 to play. Now moves to the center of the floor. Backs up to the logo. Now attacks. Gets into the lane. Fakes the shot. Fades. And misses over at Antetokounmpo. Portis is there to rebound. Milwaukee down 11 with 4 minutes and 17 seconds to play. Lillard drives and kicks. And Portis, who has done major damage tonight, hits another 3 out of the corner. His 5th of the game. They're within 8 with plenty of time remaining. Timeout Pacers, 4:10 left. The lead is 8. You're listening to Pacers playoff basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
what's it like to have a yard?
Can lead to an even bigger question like,
am I ready to buy a home?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you, prepared to talk about everything you need to know when applying for a mortgage, so you can try to turn those backyard dreams into reality. Paul?
Yes?
Question. Are you a hammock person?
You know, I think I might be.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. NMLS 399797, Equal Housing Lender.
Experience the Midwest's newest fine dining destination, Commission Row. Our menu includes the best locally sourced steaks, chops, seafood, and raw bar offerings. Created by Pacers Sports and Entertainment in partnership with Cunningham Restaurant Group. Commission Row is located right next to Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Whether for dinner on the main level or drinks and Mel's, our speakeasy bar, make Commission Row a part of your next game night. Learn more or make a reservation at CommissionRow.com.
Pacers Nation, game time is Zyber time. Introducing Zyber with X, a nationwide internet service provider born right here in Indy. Zyber is fast. We offer fiber or fixed wireless or both. As the official internet provider of the Pacers, Zyber delivers championship speeds with style, making your internet seamless and worry-free with speeds up to 10 gigabits per second. Zyber is your surprisingly likable internet service Indy. Follow our pace at Zyber.com. That's Zyber.com.
If you want a tire shop that doesn't feel like your ordinary tire shop, then you need to meet Tire Man. Bell Tire. Good point, Tire Man. Tire Man works at Bell Tire. He's part tire, part man, all heart. Bell Tire. Right, Tire Man. We repair flats for free at Bell Tire. And as Tire Man just said, we actually care about our customers. We're not your ordinary tire shop because we're changing tires. Bell Tire.
4:10 left. Bobby Portis has come up with it tonight. He had 4 points in game one. He's got 25, 8 in the fourth quarter here in game two. And they're on a 7-point run. They've cut it to 8 with 4:10 left as we go courtside to Pat Boylan.
We talked about this earlier, but Doc Rivers, after game number one, lamenting the 15 assists, lamenting the lack of ball movement. Giannis had just 1 assist, which is the fewest he's had in a playoff game where he's played at least 15 minutes. Giannis has 6 tonight. The Bucks have 24. They've been moving the ball much better. The adjustments there for Doc Rivers working. They're shooting 52% from the field, 41% from three. The one area their offense has struggled, the turnover category, where the Pacers are +8 in turnovers, and they've outscored the Bucks by 10. That category you can almost single-handedly circle as the difference. The two teams are very close to each other in their shooting percentages, but the Pacers have outscored the Bucks by 10 in the turnover margin. In a game they lead by 8 with 4:10 left.
That's plenty of time for Milwaukee, Eddie, and it's not, I don't think, an overstatement to say that if the Pacers let this get away, it would be a devastating loss.
Yeah, it'd be a rough one to stomach for sure. When you think of the magnitude and importance of being able to secure home court advantage and after having a substantial lead here, but still in the driver's seat, but the Bucks gaining momentum.
Ball comes in, and Halliburton will bring it up. Just over 4 minutes to play. Milwaukee has scored the last 7 to cut the Indiana lead to 8. Turner, center of the floor, matched up with Portis, gives to Halliburton. He'll fire perimeter left. Siakam there with 10 to shoot. Driving to the wing. Back to the basket. Double team, sends it to Turner, and here it comes. Way off target, hit the glass, not the rim, and then went out of bounds off of Nesmith.
Yeah, it's one of those too open. Give yourself some time to think about it and overthink it.
3:49 to go. Milwaukee has scored 7 consecutive points to cut it to 8. Antetokounmpo walks it through the logo at center. He'll pitch it left edge of the circle. Portis has it there. Hand off to Lillard. Lillard driving left of the lane, in the lane, out to the right edge. And now taking it back from Trent, missing a 3. Rebound, Antetokounmpo underneath. Sends it outside. Portis wants 3 more, and he's got it.
Wow.
Portis has scored 11 of his 28. Here in this quarter, he's got 6 3-point baskets. They're on a 10-point run, and they're within 5. 3:15 to go. Halliburton to Siakam. He wants 3. Doesn't get it off the front of the rim. Rebound slapped out of bounds. Indiana keeps it. 3 minutes and 8 seconds to play. The Pacers are just 6 of 16 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. And now Milwaukee takes a timeout with 3 minutes and 8 seconds left to play. It gives us an opportunity to discuss our Indiana Soybean Alliance Versatile Player of the Game off of the bench. The Pacers went 10 deep tonight, and of the 5 off the bench, 4 scored. Pat, your thoughts on our Indiana Soybean Alliance Versatile Player of the Game off of the bench?
I will go with Benedict Mathurin.
4 of 10 from the floor, 5 of 5 from the foul line, a bench high 14 points. I can agree with that.
Yeah, I'll go with that. I agree with that.
Indiana Soybean Alliance wants to remind fans that soybeans are the versatile crop of Indiana, providing Hoosiers with food, fuel, and fiber every day. 3:08 left. The Pacers have never been behind, nor has the game ever been tied. But Milwaukee has scored the game's last 10 points. And with 3 minutes and 8 seconds to play, they're within 5. The shot clock at 14, the game clock at 3:08. What are the Pacers' priorities other than the obvious, hanging on to this lead? How do they go about doing that?
Well, struggling to get anything going offensively here now. And again, the game within the game between the coaches. Once again, no Brook Lopez in this fourth quarter. He subbed out in the third. We haven't seen him since. They have a very difficult lineup out there to score against, especially when you're playing against a half-court defense.
Baseline inbound, far side, 14 to shoot, 3:08 to play. The ball comes into Nesmith. Way out left side near the hash mark, he hands it to Halliburton. Halliburton off a Nembhard screen. That got him to the right edge. He's played by Lillard. He drives it with the left hand, fading to his left. Left the jump shot short. Rebound controlled by Antetokounmpo, his 18th rebound of the game. They've scored the last 10, and here he comes. He's in the lane. They stop him at the foul line, and he feeds it out to Lillard with 2:43 to go. Now he'll send it to the far corner, and Portis finally missed a three. Weak side rebound, Kuzma. Back into the corner, Portis. On top to Lillard from 35 feet, he hit a three. His first scoring of the second half. They're on a 13-point run, and they've cut it to 2. Pacers in desperate need of a field goal. Here's Halliburton to the left wing. Sends it outside. Siakam gives to Nembhard. 2:16 to go. Nembhard left edge. Shot clock down to 8. Nembhard played by Antetokounmpo. Driving it right hand. Kicks it right side. Siakam is open. And that is a much-needed three. Wow. That ends, excuse me, Eddie, that ends a 13-point run and pushes the lead back to 5.
Yeah, bleeding profusely.
Hemorrhaging. Under 2 minutes to go. Walking it up is Antetokounmpo. His team is down by 5. He picks up the dribble, gives it to Lillard. Lillard will shoot it from anywhere. He's up against the left sideline. Feeds to Antetokounmpo. Backing in from the foul line. Got to the goal. Left the left hand short. Rebound fiercely battled for and controlled by Turner, who got it to Halliburton. 93 seconds left. Pacers to the forecourt. Halliburton, center of the floor. Nobody's on Nembhard. He gives it up, though, to Halliburton. A collision at the foul line. No whistle either way as Kuzma hits the floor. And then, as Halliburton continues on to the goal, his layup is blocked out of bounds. 1:22 to go, 7 seconds to shoot. Antetokounmpo blocking the shot, and the ball will come in from the far side baseline.
And Halliburton and Lillard nose to nose. A little chatter once again between the two. We got security
from both teams. Pacer security, Buck security.
I don't think that's warranted. This is something officials should be able to handle. Security's got to get off the floor. They're not doing anything other than talking.
Looks like we've got it sorted out. Now, wait a minute. The officials blow the whistle again. Zach Zarba pointing to the Milwaukee bench.
Looks like he just got Pascal, or he pointed at Pascal, I think, for a tech. Not sure if there's a double tech or what.
Looks like a double tech. Siakam and Portis.
It will be a zesty environment in Milwaukee.
Shot clock reset to 14, 1:22 to play. Indiana has been reeling lately, but the Siakam three has pushed the lead back to 5. He takes the inbound pass, left wing, backs it up to the top and gives it to Nembhard. Nembhard down the left side, confronted by Antetokounmpo. The shot clock at 6. He backs it up and buries a three from out on the left edge, right in front of Doc Rivers, who calls a timeout.
Andrew Nembhard, absolutely fearless.
Milwaukee had scored 13 straight to cut it to 115-113, and then Siakam and Nembhard with consecutive threes, pushing the lead to 8 with 71 seconds to play. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big shot. And I'm thinking to myself, you got to stop running all these actions that are going at Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's the guy you want to stay away from. But he shoots a step-back 3-ball there and gets that one to go right in front of their bench.
So the Pacers 71 seconds away from going up 2-0 in this series. There is precedent here. The Pacers, over the course of their history, have taken the first 2 games of a playoff series 11 times, and they have won every one of those series. Doesn't mean anything necessarily here, but it is interesting to note.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's a tough hill to climb for the opponent. You get down 2-0, regardless to
well, the math is simple. If you fall down 2-0, you got to win 4 out of 5. Not easy.
Not at all.
However, Milwaukee is not quite finished here just yet.
Well, they got a slight pulse here, but they got to put the ball in the basket in this possession.
And remember, they're the best three-point shooting team in the league, and they've shot it well from out there tonight.
Yeah.
Lillard will play it in. They've got a full shot clock, but they like to score as quickly as possible. Kuzma bounces at right edge. Antetokounmpo attacking, backing in, out to Kuzma, who's all alone. His 3 back rimmed, rebounded by Siakam. Inside of a minute to go, the crowd has risen to its feet. Nembhard across the timeline. The Pacers are in front by 8. Nembhard working Lillard, way out near the timeline. Now driving at left hand, top of the circle, down the left side. He got around Antetokounmpo, who fouled him. They had one to give. And so the Pacers will play it in, and now the crowd is paying homage to Andrew Nembhard, who was very, very crafty on that last possession.
Yeah, again, and it's against the guy I say don't go against in those positions, and he's able to hit him with a little stop and go and draw the foul.
43 seconds left. He takes the inbound up top, gives it to Siakam. 8 seconds to shoot. Way out left side, driving, blows by Lillard. Got inside, and Portis blocked the shot, and it went off of Siakam and out of bounds. They've got 32.5 seconds to erase an 8-point deficit.
Oh, Mike Weiner wanted the review. He was sprinting to Rick Carlisle, couldn't get to him in time.
Here comes Antetokounmpo. He collides with Siakam on the way to the goal and dunks. He has scored 34. They're within 6. Nesmith fouled in backcourt, and now the Pacers begin going to the line with 23.5 seconds to go. So far tonight, they have been perfect. 17 of 17.
Well, listen, in addition to that, you got the guy at the line who has come up big in these clutch moments throughout the entire season.
91% on the season. And he'll shoot 2 here. He's got 16 points after scoring 7 in game 1. Pacers lead 121-115 after Milwaukee went on a 13-point run to pull to within 2. Nesmith hits the foul shot. The Pacers counter with a 7-2 run, and they're in front by 7. One more for Nesmith. 23.5 seconds to play. Indiana leading by 7 after they won game 1 by 19. Let's see if the Pacers remain perfect from the line. They do. 19 for 19. They lead by 8, only 22 seconds remain. Here comes Lillard. He's looking for 3. He fires one off the back of the rim. Turner lets it go out of bounds. Indiana has it with 14 and a tenth to go. And they lead the series 2-0.
That is ball game. And Friday night will be something special in Milwaukee in terms of environment. I'm sure their fan base will try to match what's been you've seen here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
Halliburton brings it across, and time will run out. Our Kroger performer of the game is who?
I'll go with, I'm torn between Siakam, Nembhard, Halliburton. You pick one.
I got Nembhard.
I'll go there.
All right. Pat's down on the court waiting for somebody. standing by with Miles Turner, so let's go courtside.
Mark, thank you. Going to give Miles just a moment here as he speaks with a couple of his teammates. All right. Miles, this was a 15-point game in the fourth quarter. They cut it down to 3. It seemed like you guys had none of the momentum. How were you able to survive?
We got a special team, man. Some special players, man. Special fans, to say the least, man. Y'all brought it tonight. Y'all brought the last 2. Man, feel good, bro. We're not done yet, though. Still got a lot of work to do.
2 games, a 0 lead. You guys have trailed for less than 2 minutes. Take me through the focus that it's taken to have such a complete first 2 games here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
Yeah, we know what it is, bro. We know they're going to hit shots. I got some good players over there, but at the end of the day, you got to dig deep, and get it done. I think that's what we did. I think everybody stepped up when they needed to. Drew made some big shots. Pascal played a big game. I think, 1 through 8, 1 through 10, whatever you want to call it, we stepped up.
Giannis has had a couple of big games, but you guys have been able to prevail despite it. Take me through the defensive effort maybe on everybody else to keep Milwaukee from getting over the top.
It's a team effort, man. It's not going to be one person to stop them. It takes all of us. I think that's one thing we've established with our chemistry, so we got to keep rolling.
All right, Game 3 in Milwaukee coming up on Friday night. The obvious question, how do you take what you have here and bring it on the road?
Man, just keep rolling, man. We having fun. Y'all having fun, man? What's up?
It's a 123-115 Game 2 win tonight. Miles Turner, congratulations.
All right, that is.
Back to you.
Post-game coverage from the world's greatest basketball arena nets. Tonight's final score in Game 2 was the Indiana Pacers 123. The Milwaukee Bucks 115. The Pacers lead this series 2-0. And you're listening to Pacers playoff basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Pacers Nation, game time is Zyber time. Introducing Zyber with X, a nationwide internet service provider born right here in Indy. Zyber is fast. We offer fiber or fixed wireless or both. As the official internet provider of the Pacers, Zyber delivers championship speeds with style, making your internet seamless and worry-free with speeds up to 10 gigabits per second. Zyber is your surprisingly likable internet service Indy. Follow our pace at Zyber.com. That's Zyber.com.
Hey Pacers fans, by saying yes to organ donation, you're choosing to give the gift of life, an incredible way to make a lasting difference even after you're gone. It's a powerful decision that offers hope to those waiting on the national transplant waiting list for a life-saving organ. Join your Pacers in supporting organ donation and get the heart on your driver's license. If more people say yes to being an organ donor, more lives can be saved. Visit DonateLifeIndiana.org to learn more and share your decision with your family.
The best athletes don't just play the game, they change it. When it comes to investing, Gainbridge is doing the same. Their online platform does things differently by putting you in control, so you can invest on your own terms and grow your savings over time. It's a better way to invest, because it's investing your way. Get started today with as little as $1,000 at Gainbridge.io. Gainbridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
It's time to ball, and Beatbox is here to party with the Indiana Pacers. Beatbox Party Punch is bursting with delicious flavor, 11.1% ABV, and low sugar. This punch is the perfect drink to fire up fans at Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Plus, with a resealable cap, this drink is built to withstand all the courtside hype. There ain't no party like a Beatbox party. Go Pacers.
Please drink responsibly. Must be 21 plus.
Halliburton from midcourt, and he hit it.
This has been Indiana Pacers basketball.
At KeyBank, we know a small moment like,
whoa, my kid's got a serious backhand.
Can lead to an even bigger question like,
tennis campus how much?
And that's the type of moment where we'll meet you to help you build a savings plan for expenses big and small so your money can make money. Mike, how's that sound?
Sounds like match point.
Sounds like love.
We could serve up tennis puns all day.
For every financial need, we'll meet you in the moment. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
Hey fans, this is Rick Carlisle, head coach of the Indiana Pacers. What meal goes best with Pacers basketball? A Philly cheesesteak sub right off the grill and fresh out of the oven from Penn Station East Coast Subs. All season long, when the Pacers win, bring a friend. Just text BOGO to 727-722 by 10 a.m. the morning after any Pacers win this season to receive a buy one, get one free coupon to use in-store the next day. Visit pacers.com/PennStation for full details. It's all about good taste.
Upland Brewing is proud to be an official partner of the Indiana Pacers. For over 25 years, Upland has crafted award-winning beers right here in Indiana. Whether it's Courtside Indiana Pale Ale, the official craft beer of the Pacers, or a pint of Dragonfly, Indiana's best-selling IPA, Upland beers are perfect for cheering on the blue and gold. Find Upland beers throughout Gamebridge Fieldhouse, at any of our 9 locations, on tap at bars and restaurants, and at your local grocery and liquor stores. Go Pacers!
Be part of something bigger with a career at Nucor. When you join our organization, you become part of a team that makes an impact on people's lives, communities, and the environment. Join us to forge deep bonds with teammates, get the freedom to activate your ideas, and gain the stability to build a lifelong career. Learn more at nucor.com/careers. That's nucor.com/careers. Come be a part of something bigger at Nucor. Nucor is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome to Pacers Postgame.
Rebound slapped off the glass, grabbed by Horford. Recycled by Turner. Way to go!
Here again, the voice of the Pacers, Mark Boyle.
A wire-to-wire win in Game 2, although it was much closer than that sounds. The Pacers almost let it get away. They were up 15 at 115-100. The Bucks scored 13 straight to cut it to 2. And then consecutive threes from Siakam and Nembhard gave the Pacers breathing room. They took it to the finish line, 123-115. They lead this best of 7, 2 games, 0. We will take a closer look at this. We'll go around the league. There are other playoff games around the NBA tonight. We'll also look ahead to games 3 and 4 in Wisconsin. And we'll get set for Bet365 Pacers overtime. Eddie White will join us in conversation, too. All of that coming. Complete post-game coverage from Gamebridge Fieldhouse. You're listening to Pacers basketball on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Plan ahead for that next conference room meeting at work and watch people come to life when you walk in the room with that purple box from Jack's Donuts. You'll have plenty of choices with over 30 varieties of donuts. Add a 96-ounce box of Jack's Donuts coffee and hit that conference room in style. Let Jack's Donuts take care of your next big corporate meeting. Jack's Donuts since 1961. Learn more at jacksdonuts.com.
Hi, this is Archie Manning. After years of playing football, I've learned to listen to my body. These days, that includes listening for signs of heart problems like chest discomfort or feeling tired from doing simple activities. The expert team of heart specialists at Ascension St. Vincent has made it the st hospital for cardiac care in Indiana. So when you need care for your heart, contact the winning team at ascension.org/St. Vincent Heart.
Now you can call every shot when it comes to investing because Gamebridge's easy online platform puts you in control of your own financial future. Choose trusted products, invest on your own terms with as little as $1,000, and watch your savings grow over time with reliable returns. You make the choices, you make the calls. So no matter what, you're always in the lead. Get started today at Gamebridge.io. Gamebridge is an official partner of the Indiana Pacers.
Thanks for showing up, Indy. Nothing beats catching your Pacers IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you are catching the Pacers at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Pacers and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Pacers tickets today. There is no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Indy.
In downtown Indianapolis, the Pacers move up 2-0 in this best-of-7 Eastern Conference quarterfinal series with a 123-115 win over the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm Mark Boyle. Thank you for staying with us. Let's take a closer look at this one. The Pacers continue to thrive on their home floor. They've won both games in this series, and going back to the end of the regular season, they've now won 14 of their last 16 on this floor. And as we noted during the broadcast, 11 times in Pacers NBA playoff history, Indiana has won the first 2 games of a playoff series, and all 11 of those series were eventually won by the Pacers. 15 eligible players. 14 were active. 10 played. 9 scored. 6, including all 5 starters, got to double figures. The leading scorer, Tyrese Halliburton, finished with 21 points, 8 of 19 from the floor, 3 of 10 from three-point range, and 2 of 2 from the foul line. And I actually stand corrected. He was not the leading scorer. Pascal Siakam, who was the leading scorer in Game 1 with 25, was the leading scorer in Game 2. He had 24, including that huge 3 after the Bucks had used a 13-point run to cut the lead down to 2. He was 8 of 16 from the floor, 2 of 5 from the foul line and from the three-point range, and 6 of 6 from the foul line. So Siakam with 24, Halliburton with 21. Andrew Nembhard had 17 points. Aaron Nesmith with 16. Miles Turner had 15. And Benedict Mathurin came off the bench to score 14. 7 points for Obi Toppin. He worked off the bench. So did T.J. McConnell, who had 6. 3 off the bench for Jarris Walker. Thomas Bryant played off the bench, did not score. Tony Bradley, Johnny Furphy, James Johnson, and Ben Shepherd all active. None of them played. The inactive player was Isaiah Jackson. The Milwaukee Bucks have lost both games in this series, and now going back to 2022, they have lost 8 straight road playoff games, 5 of them in this building. They too have 15 eligible players. And like the Pacers, they chose to activate 14 of them. Played 10, 8 scored, and 4 got to double figures. Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had 36 points in Game 1, had 34 more in Game 2. 14 of 20 from the floor, 6 of 10 from the foul line. Bobby Portis had a marvelous game off of the bench. He scored 28 points and went 6 of 11 from three-point range. Damian Lillard, who returned after missing the final 14 games of the regular season in the first game in this series with a calf issue, scored 14 points. Didn't shoot it well. 4 of 13 from the floor, 2 of 8 from...
Hey sports fans, thank you so much for hanging out with us here on Toronto Sports Insider during the Playoff Pulse. Our mission is simple, bringing sports fans together to hang out, cheer, and change the world one insider at a time, while supporting SickKids Hospital in Toronto every single game.
Cheers, insiders and sports fans from around the world. The Playoff Pulse campaign on Toronto Sports Insider is uniting fans worldwide through the thrill of NHL and NBA playoffs. Every game, every fan, every moment counts. The link is pinned in the chat and in the description.
Hey you! Yeah, you! I'm talking to you! Thanks for hanging out with us. This is TSI Mike, and now that we've got your attention, we're bringing you every single game of the NBA and NHL playoffs while supporting SickKids Hospital in Toronto through our Playoff Pulse campaign. Let's grow our global community. Hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell, and join the action.
Hey you! Yeah, you! Joe Bowen here, voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Playoff Pulse on Toronto Sports Insider is all about playoff thrills and making a difference, with 100% of Leaf playoff stream revenue going directly to SickKids for their life-saving treatments and research. We're aiming for 100,000 insiders to boost our impact. So subscribe now and be a part of this incredible movement. Holy Mackinac! Let's show SickKids Hospital we're here for them. Join us today.
Hey you, yeah you, Easton Cowan, Leafs prospect here. I'm loving these Playoff Pulse live hangouts. Subscribe and turn on the bell to catch every game. Keep the chat buzzing and let's cheer for SickKids together. See you in the chat.
Hey sports fans, it's TSI Mike, and we're uniting fans worldwide with the NHL and NBA playoff action while supporting SickKids Hospital right here in Toronto. Click the live viewer.
And it was 15 points in the fourth quarter at 115-100 with 5 minutes and 43 seconds to play. Over the next 3 minutes and 38 seconds, Milwaukee outscored Indiana 13-0 to pull to within 115-113. And then with 2:05 left, Siakam hit an enormous three from out on the right edge to make it 118-113. After the Bucks came up with an empty possession, the Pacers got another three, this time a step back from the left side by Nembhard. That made it an 8-point game with 71 seconds left, and the Pacers took it to the finish line. 123-115. This is the fourth time the Pacers and Bucks have played in postseason play. Indiana has won the previous three. They took the Bucks in the Eastern Conference quarterfinals in 1999. That was the old best-of-5 era. The next year, the same thing, the best-of-5, and the Pacers survived a serious challenge from the Bucks, winning Game 5 on this floor, the highlight of which came on a corner three in the final minute from Travis Best. The Pacers would go on to get to the NBA Finals, where they were beaten by the Los Angeles Lakers. And then last year, the Pacers took the Bucks in 6 games in the conference quarterfinals. Final here, 123-115. We'll go around the league, see who's doing what as the playoffs continue elsewhere. We'll do that when we come back on the Elevance Health Radio Network.
Pacers Nation, game time is Zyber time. Introducing Zyber with X, a nationwide internet service provider born right here in Indy. Zyber is fast. We offer fiber or fixed wireless or both. As the official internet provider of the Pacers, Zyber delivers championship speeds with style, making your internet seamless and worry-free with speeds up to 10 gigabits per second. Zyber is your surprisingly likable internet service, Indy. Follow our pace at Zyber.com. That's Zyber.com.
What if healthcare worked for everyone? What if your health was measured by more than your vital signs? What if zucchini and kale were as accessible as burgers and fries? What if AI helped doctors to know what your body will do before you do? We aren't just asking these questions. With our health plans and services, we're taking steps to address them. Elevance Health, where health can go. Learn more at elevancehealth.com.
Hey fans, this is Rick Carlisle, head coach of the Indiana Pacers. Penn Station East Coast Subs prepares the freshest ingredients just for you. Your entire meal from Penn Station features the quality, freshness, and perfectly seasoned flavors that you crave. All season long, when the Pacers win, bring a friend. Just text BOGO to 727-722 by 10 a.m. the morning after any Pacers win this season to receive a buy one, get one free coupon to use in-store the next day. Visit pacers.com/Penn Station for full details. It's all about good taste.
In Indiana, we grow basketball and soybeans. Just like the first bushel baskets used to create the game of basketball, we are growing bushels of beans all across the state, which help drive the Indiana economy, create sustainable products, and of course, create a sustainable source of food. Meet the people behind the family farms across the state at indianasoybean.com. This message was funded by Indiana's soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Pacers are winners, 123-115. They take the Bucks and move in front in this best-of-7 conference quarterfinal, 2-0. The next two in Milwaukee, Friday and Sunday. The Pacers and Bucks played twice in Wisconsin this season. The Bucks won by 12 in November. The Pacers won by 1 in March. This was the only game in the Eastern Conference tonight. The other series, Cleveland, best record in the conference, leads Miami 1-0. Boston, second best record in the conference, leads Orlando 1-0. And New York, third best record in the conference, tied with Detroit at 1 aside. Other games tonight, Memphis and Oklahoma City. The Thunder won Game 1 by 51 points. The Grizzlies did better tonight, but they never led and lost by 19, 118-99. Oklahoma City leads 2-0. 27 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 20 points and 11 rebounds for Chet Holmgren. For Memphis, Jaren Jackson had 26 points, and Desmond Bane had 19 points and 12 rebounds. The other game later, the Los Angeles Lakers, who surrendered home court in Game 1, play Minnesota in Game 2. The other series, Oklahoma City now leads Memphis 2-0. Number 7, Golden State leads number 2, Houston 1-0. And number 4, Denver, and number 5, Los Angeles Clippers, tied at 1 apiece. The Pacers and Bucks are the 4-5 matchup in the East. Indiana has won the 2 games on its floor. and they will try to take total command of this series Friday night in Milwaukee. When we come back, we'll get ready for Bet365 Pacers overtime.